that, by the way.
Exactly.
That's if there are no delays in the building of that stadium, and that is always a possibility in the state of California. It happened to Petco Park down in San Diego. There was a 2-year delay. Lawsuits started piling up.
Yeah. Well, he's already starting to get letters talking about, hey, your PSL notice is going to come soon for the new.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So here's your PSL notice. The average PSL, average on that new stadium will be $50,000 per seat.
Oh,
now, you don't have to pay it all up front, but you will pay that $50,000. That's per seat.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you actually have to buy the tickets.
Yeah, I think the team will finance it for 5 years.
Right. And you know how much those tickets are going to be for that new stadium per seat? Now, is your guy, he must be insanely wealthy, right?
I think he does pretty well, but he even said, by the time he got the tickets, he is like right at the goal line.
Right at the goal line.
So he's not even prime seat.
Well, can he afford to pay, let's say, 4 tickets, $200,000 in PSLs? And then on top of that, be able to buy the tickets every year after that.
He probably could. I really don't know.
All right, so you know rich people.
Well, yeah,
how many of the people you think that actually have been going to the Rams games can afford $50,000 PSLs?
Exactly.
All right?
Yeah. And he's talking about trying to find somebody to split it with.
All right, but I'm going to take it a step further for you on why and what's happening right now and who the movers and shakers are that will decide the fate of the Chargers from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. But first, here's what's trending.
We're looking for anything right now in the Peach Bowl. Third quarter action. Bama, UW.
Bama with pressure. There's an interception taken by the Tide down the left side. They're going to walk it on in. Touchdown, Brian Anderson. Phil, you called it, my man. Wow, 25 yards on an interception, run back, and yet another non-offensive touchdown by the Crimson Tide. They lead 16-7. That's what the Tide does right there.
PAT was up and good. Alabama has scored 10 points off of 2 costly UW turnovers, and they lead midway through the third quarter, 17-7. Huskies do have the football in their own territory, though. Georgia Tech took care of Kentucky earlier today, 33-18. That was LSU 29, Louisville just 9. National Hockey League has Washington beating up on New Jersey 6-2. Sabres falling Boston 3-1 to the Bruins. I'm David Gascon.
Okay, FS1. Don't laugh! This ain't reality TV! To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. FS1.
Harbin and Carson. Steve Harbin here. Deb Carson in today.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody out there getting ready for 2017. We're coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. Easy to save 50% or more on car insurance at Geico. Go to geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. The only hard part, figuring out which way is easier. All right, right now we are at 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Alabama's still leading Washington 17-7. Washington has the ball, and they need something to happen. They need to make a play, a big play right now to have any chance to get back in this game, except for the second drive of the game when Washington was able to score a beautiful touchdown pass by Jake Browning. They have done nothing. And unfortunately for them, they also turned the ball over twice, which is the only reason that Alabama is leading. All right, so you're on your own 13-yard line. Here's the danger time, 3rd and 6.
Oh.
And they just dropped the snap. Fortunately, they recovered it. So that's fortunate. At least they didn't force the ball.
What was that? Was that supposed to be a wildcat? I mean, you couldn't even tell what that was supposed to be. What was that play?
Well, I think Chris Peterson was trying to do something. Well, first of all, they snapped the ball too quickly, and Browning was not ready for the snap. Fortunately, he hit his hands and dropped to the ground. He's able to fall on the ball. So Washington completely discombobulated. Unfortunately, though, they recovered their own fumble. They'll have to punt right now, but that's not helping Washington's cause. They need to make some big plays out there.
They feel kind of shell-shocked to me.
Well, look, the one question I had about Washington going into this game was the stage they're playing on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Washington has been an also-ran for years. They haven't been a threat for a Pac-12 championship forever. And they had their big breakout year this year, and they win the Pac-12 championship. But, these other 3 teams, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, they've been there.
Right.
They know what this is all about. Washington is the complete outsider. Plus, they're playing in Atlanta. where, how many fans are there?
Yeah, it's essentially a home field game from the Tuscaloosa fans. Yeah.
So that's why I was encouraged early in the game when Washington scored first, thinking, all right, they don't seem to be that jittery, but now they seem to be going in reverse. Only 137 total yards for Washington in this game. All right, just to finish off, Deb, about this whole dynamic of the NFL. So the one thing about the NFL is they recognize that what they were hoping would happen this year with the Rams has not happened. Mm-hmm. In fact, not only has it not happened, if they could have drawn up what is the worst-case scenario, that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
The Rams are a disaster, and why should that be a surprise? 4 winning seasons in the last 27 years. Stan Kroenke does not know anything about football, doesn't care anything about football. He's a developer. The NFL, by buying the Rams, afforded him opportunity to do what he's doing because he has all the money in the world. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't have it, his wife does because she's heir to the Walmart fortune.
Right.
So money's not a factor here.
Right. And
he wants to be a developer. That's what he wants to do. And he wanted to get in L.A., and he got there.
So who does he bring in as a coach?
Why does he even care?
Well,
I mean, let's look at it this way. They were trying to make a splash early on, right? Let's get us on the map. We'll get a Hard Knocks and everything else. So what are we going to do? Let's get the number 1 pick in the draft. Well, there's not really a player to go for. It doesn't matter. We'll make a splash. Well, what's it going to take? Well, who was sitting at the top right there? Let's see. That was Tennessee, and they're like, all right, well, you really want this pick bad, huh? All right, 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, 2 number 3s. Done. It made no sense. And when they made the trade, they were asked, well, who are you picking? Well, we haven't figured it out yet. You traded 6 picks for a player you don't even know who you're going to pick yet? And then we have on top of that, you have Kevin Demoff. Oh, my God. So this Kevin Demoff, who was the most hated man in St. Louis, is a complete BS artist. But think about this. So Jeff Fisher got the job.
And an extension.
And why? Because he's represented by Marvin Demoff, Kevin Demoff's father.
Oh,
so now people are saying, well, who's the next coach of the Rams going to be? I can already tell you who's going to be. His name is Kyle Shanahan. And the guys will be that he's 37 years old, he's an offensive coach, blah, 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 blah,
he's
blah.
He's done well with young quarterbacks.
His agent is Marvin Demoff.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Done deal.
Missing piece of the puzzle solved.
So this whole Ram charade is, but the NFL can't stop. There was never, they could not stop. And Jerry Jones told them this in January. He'll take us to court. He's got deeper pockets than we do. Give him L.A. We can't stop him. But what they can stop is another team to go into the L.A. market when the L.A. market is not proven that anyone even cares about the NFL in Los Angeles.
And the Rams have ensured that at the moment, by the way.
Is there any buzz for the NFL on the streets of L.A. right now?
No,
none.
Not for the team that's based here, no.
Right. So are you going to bring in a Charger team coming off a second consecutive double-digit loss? The Chargers are a less than 0 in the L.A. market. A less than 0. At least the Rams had a few of those, about 2,000 holdover fans from their old Orange County days.
And the people like my doctor that I told you about, who it's like, well, we don't have a team, so we'll just embrace.
But he's already bailed out.
Well, yeah, he's going to hold on to the tickets, but now he's going to because he's going to split them with somebody who is bailing out.
So he has money to throw away.
He's a very successful.
Okay, well then he has money to throw away. If he wants to throw away on tickets, go ahead.
Probably write off as an entertainment expense.
Okay, well that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about true fans here,
okay.
Deb.
I know.
Are they going to show up?
No.
Are they going to afford to show up?
No, but that's the point. Is true fans who love the team regardless of how horrible they are.
Right.
They can't afford to pay. Well, they can't afford to pay for a PSL. First of all. They can't even afford to go on StubHub.
Well, how many true Ram fans are there in L.A.? After a generation. Look I grew up a true Ram fan in L.A. When the Rams moved from L.A. to Orange County, I dropped them. You're like, well, dude, they were still the L.A. No, they weren't. People that don't understand from the outside, there are 3 distinct markets here. There's L.A., there's Orange County, and there's San Diego.
Right.
They are separate markets.
Right.
They're not the same. Artie Moreno tried to create the illusion that the Angels are an L.A. team. They're not. They're Orange County.
Right. The Dodgers.
They rebranded them the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That's their actual title.
Yeah.
They're not. It's the Los Angeles. The Ducks, they're Anaheim. They're not L.A.
Right. But if this announcement potentially, as you say, if it's going to come on Monday.
Monday, because if somehow the Chargers think that they can make it work here, or the NFL thinks they can do it, they need to get to work immediately. Any delay will make it even more impossible to try to get a foothold in L.A.
But you've already said the Spanoses can't afford to pitch in on the stadium in Inglewood. They don't have the money.
No, they're going to be a pure tenant there. And they're going to be, here's what they are going to be on the hook for. First of all, they're going to be on the hook for a relocation fee of $600 million, which they don't have, that they would have to borrow.
And they did secure land in Orange County, right? Or
That's
somewhere?
a lease. Yeah. They had a lease last year at this time in Santa Ana, just in case. I mean, that means nothing. Okay. That whole thing is meaningless because they're not buying anything. They're just leasing a place. Mm-hmm. That's just like renting a house. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't mean anything. But, I mean, as far as if they were to try to come into the L.A. market, the one thing that would be out of pocket is promotion, marketing. That's the NFL ain't going to pay for your marketing, and they don't have the expertise. They don't have any background. When you come from when I joined the LA Raider organization in 1984, they came from Oakland, and this is a whole different world 30 years ago. But they came from Oakland where they had a 55,000-seat stadium with 52,000 season ticket holders, and they could have had 70. That's how big the Oakland Raiders were back in the day.
Right.
When they came to L.A., their thought was, we always win, and because we win, they'll show up. And their first year, boom, first year they moved here, they won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And they had stars. And they filled up some of the games. You know, I was there the first year after they won the Super Bowl. They had 4 of their home games. They had over 80,000.
Right.
Legit. Within 2 years, when they leveled off, back to 55,000.
But the Chargers have neither wins nor stars. Or
any history.
Right.
So I don't even know. And then people talk about rebranding the team. Do you understand how much out of pocket cost that would be? You would cite the Oilers. The Oilers rebranded, but not immediately. And you can't talk about the Cleveland Browns rebranding to become the Baltimore Ravens because the city of Cleveland was immediately promised an expansion team.
Right.
So they knew the Cleveland Browns were going to be still there. Although the way that expansion team is gone, I think people would say, I wish you had never given us an expansion team. All right, we're going to get a little bit more into the validity of what's happening today in college football, these matchups between Alabama, Washington, and Clemson, Ohio State from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios, coming up next.
The College Bowl season is here. From the New Mexico Bowl.
Picked off at the 5. Touchdown.
To the National Championship game on January 9th.
The guy made missing. He's in the end zone.
We've got it covered on Fox Sports Radio.
Did you know that identity theft goes beyond what you can see on a credit report and what your bank can alert you to? Identity thieves can open new accounts in your name, rent or buy properties in your name, drain your 401k, and even file fake tax returns in your name. In fact, there are all kinds of identity theft beyond what you might expect. That's why LifeLock goes beyond credit monitoring to help protect your identity. We use proprietary technology to alert you to a whole range of threats to your identity. And if there's a problem, one of our U.S.-based specialists will work to fix it. Of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you can feel beyond good knowing someone is looking out for you in all kinds of ways. Join now for 10% off. Go to LifeLock.com or call 1-800-LifeLock and use promo code NEWS. LifeLock.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Stay tuned.
Mike Krzyzewski, the Duke head coach. What does an indefinite suspension mean?
Well, it means it gives me time as a teacher to teach. And it's not the NBA. These are kids. You know, it's a time thing. It's not like you give a suspension and it's all over. It's a learning experience. And I'm going to use it as that in a teaching moment. And the teaching moment does not stop by giving one game, or maybe that's what it is. I don't know that right now. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's 2 weeks. I don't know. But he won't play until I feel good about the entire situation and where he is at. And that's my responsibility as his coach and as a teacher of young men.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Honey, put this on top of the minivan.
We're only going for 2 weeks. You want me to back the kitchen sink, too?
Well, is there room?
Hey, you guys, you going on vacation?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Because we're planning on robbing your house tonight.
All right, I'm calling an alarm service.
Wouldn't it be great if you could be warned of life's risks? If you have diabetes, you can. There's a simple blood test called A1C that can help measure your risk of complications from diabetes. Why is it important? Because more than 600 people every day die from diabetes and its complications. If your A1C is above 7, your doctor can show you how to lower it. If you have diabetes, know your risk. Know your A1C. Ask your doctor, or for more information, go to www.diabetesa1c.org or call 1-877-TEST-A1C. Brought to you by the American Diabetes Association, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation International, and the Ad Council.
This is Jay Moore Sports.
What?
Jay Moore Sports.
What have we got here? A comedian.
The Rams are such an unmitigated disaster. And the move they made to get Jared Goff is going to be just as bad next year as it is this year because nobody is coming in via the draft. They don't pick till the 3rd round. What free agent is going to come to Los Angeles to play for the Los Angeles Rams? Los Angeles as a city is no longer the selling point. You're not going to get a free agent because you play in L.A. These guys are stars no matter where they are. You don't have to be in L.A. to get on television and be a superstar and make your brand larger and larger. What you want to do is you want to get a Super Bowl ring. And nobody in the NFL has any reason to believe the Los Angeles Rams are a decade within a Super Bowl.
Jay Moore Sports.
What do you think about if I hit him with my nunchucks of fear?
Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Have you ever lost a cat? And have you ever wanted to get your cat back after you lost it? Hi there, I'm Andrew Hoffman. I went on this website called inventnow.org. Then I decided to make an invention of my own. It's called the Lost Cat Magnet invention. So you can get your cat back after you lost it. Just turn it on, and lost cats stick to it. That's a good cat. If your cat was hiding up in a tree, it won't be up a tree anymore. It will be stuck to the Lost Cat Magnet. And sometimes they fly toward you in the air. Just listen to one satisfied cat. See, that's proof. You should go to the inventnow.org website too. But just remember one thing. Don't do a lost cat magnet.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the National Inventors Hall of Fame Foundation, and the Ad Council.
This is Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330, The Fan.
Radio app on your smartphone or tablet. Find live station. Type in FSR.
Let me bring this point up again.
Yes.
FSR. Fox Sports Radio.
And I'm a sports radio host, okay?
Download the app today.
Good.
You know what? I understand this.
Come on!
Listen everywhere.
I got a news flash.
See? Isn't that simple?
It's as simple as that.
FS1. Yeah! FS1.
The best station on the planet.
Look at me. Don't look at anybody else.
Look at me!
To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details.
Harbin and Carson with you. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance at geico.com. All right, let's check in on that playoff game.
Let's head to the sideline with our Fox Football Saturday reporter.
Washington and Alabama out at the Georgia Dome. Let's check in once again with Rick Flatford. Rick, what do you got for us?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're headed to the fourth quarter. Alabama's up 17-7. You have to give Washington a little credit. They're starting to come to life here just a bit. Physically, Alabama's showing their dominance. But, those 2 turnovers and the 10 points because of it are the difference in the game. To this point, Alabama's only had 210 yards of total offense in the game. That's pretty amazing. So you got to tip your cap to the Washington defense. A couple things of note, that 6 picks that sixth interception for a touchdown earlier in the first half by Ryan Anderson was the sixth time this year Alabama scored via the pick six. Alabama's 105-6 under Saban when leading up a half. And right now, I tell you what, you got to give Washington credit, but they still need to make some turnovers happen. Unfortunately, it was a fumble there in the third quarter that Alabama fumbled and was able to recover. Good for them, kind of bad for Washington thing. But anyway, 14:50 to go in the fourth. Alabama 17, number 4, Washington 7 in Atlanta.
All right, Rick, thanks so much. So Washington just punted the ball inside the 5-yard line. So this is it right here, Deb. You either got to stop them, create a turnover, and by the way, they stop them right there at the 1-yard line. Now, remember this. Deb Carson has already declared this game over. She held up a sign that said, it's over here. But if you could force a turnover, wow, that was almost a safety.
Yeah.
That was close. So if Washington right here, so Alabama's backed up to their own 1-yard line right now. Second down, to sort of keep our eye on this because this is it. I mean, at some point here, Washington's got to make a play, create a turnover, or at the very least, stone them right here and force Alabama to punt out of their own end zone. They're going to run the ball. Hurts keeps, gets nothing, 1.5 yards at the most. So this is the critical down right here. Third down, 3rd and 10 from their own 3-yard line, Alabama. Now, the problem with these games, Deb, and look, I love great matchups in college football. I've said this many times. If I could only watch one sport, college football would be my number one. Okay. To me, it's and for a lot of reasons. It's not just the brand of football and everything else. It's the history of the game. And you know me, I'm a big history guy.
Yes.
College football has a much deeper history than the NFL. It's not even close. And so I appreciate all that. All right, here we go. This is the 3rd down play. And they're not taking any chances. They run it, and the guy goes right up the middle for the first down. I mean, that is just that is just unbelievable right there for Alabama as they were able to run it straight up the middle. Scarborough. That's the game.
Yep. That was the one chance. I mean, they were literally, I thought they were going to call that a safety, by the way, because his knee did come down like it was right there on the goal line. And the ball was right there with him. But, yeah, that was their chance to really
and now
make
they
a
just
statement.
Got
and now Alabama's out to the 30 now.
Think about that. 3rd and 10, and you just a hand up the middle to Bo Scarborough. And it's just a blow it open. I mean, Alabama's line just blew open that Washington defense. Now they've passed for 1st down. So, yeah, the clock's ticking away on Washington right now. Alabama in firm control with a 17-7 lead. But what does it really matter? At the end of all of this, what have we accomplished? Are we any closer with the 4-team playoff, so-called playoff, than we were with the BCS championship game in determining a true national champion?
Closer, yes. Are we there? No.
Well, how are we closer?
Well, because there are at least 2 other teams that have an opportunity to be crowned champion.
Well, yeah, but you've shut everybody else out.
True, but you had shut everybody but 2 teams out with the BCS. Now you've shut everybody but 4 teams.
But you're still not playing for a national championship.
I agree.
It is a ESPN playoff championship is what it is. Alabama just broke a big run, and that's it. Scarborough is running for light, and he is going in all the way for a touchdown. Nice. Alabama.
To the hizzy.
Game over. Game over.
Wow.
Big touchdown run right there for Scarborough, and that is it. Put it away. Alabama will move on to their next game and play for a mythical national championship like every other championship.
But I'm an aider, okay? Just so we're clear, I wanted from the beginning, if you're going to have a playoff, have 8 teams.
Well, you don't even have to have 8. I'll go 6, and I'll explain why. You have 5 power conferences, right? And then you have the next 5 or whatever they call them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're calling them the group of 5.
Group of 5. So you have the group of 5, all right? So you have the champions. There are no wild cards here. You have the outright champions of the 5 power conferences, which would exclude Ohio State this year.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be in. It would be Penn State.
Yeah.
So you would have Penn State, you have Washington, you would have Alabama, and you would have Clemson. And then you would have Oklahoma. Those would have been the 5 schools. And then the 6th school is the highest-ranked school out of the group of 5, which would be Central Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And that way, at least in the group of 5, you still have a chance to play for a national championship.
Exactly.
At least Right now, the way it's working, the group of 5, name any sport in the planet where you're playing with no chance of winning a championship.
No, it's ridiculous. And again, that's where I think the NFL has got it right. Some people say there are too many teams that get in. They don't like the wild cards, but I think you've got to have the wild cards, because what if you are playing in a conference that does have more dominant teams, a couple of competitive teams?
Yeah, but again, I'll go back in the UCLA days when John Wooden was coaching UCLA.
Yeah.
There were no second and third place teams.
Well,
you had to win your conference.
Yes.
Or you weren't in the NCAA tournament. Simple.
So this year, you would have put Penn State in. You would have left Ohio State out.
They didn't win anything.
Okay. So
Oklahoma would be in as the champions of the Big 12.
Yeah.
And then you would have the highest-ranked team out of the group of 5, which this year was Central Michigan.
Yeah.
And then you would have the top 2 seeds get a bye. You're only adding 1 week is all you're doing.
Yeah.
And so you'd have the seed 1 through 6. 3, at least Central Michigan has a chance. It's far-fetched.
Exactly.
You say, well, how is Central Michigan in and not Ohio State? Sorry, Ohio State lost to Penn State. See you later.
I like that, but again, I'll raise you 1 and I'll take it to 8.
So you want wild cards in there?
Well, no. Well, again,
here's what I'm
Ohio
doing.
State
I'm
would be
eliminating a committee. There's no committee because it's decided on the field. The 5 conference champions, you don't have to have a committee to figure them out.
Who's deciding the group of 5?
Group of 5, AP.
Somebody. Well, that's a committee theoretically.
Well, then fine. Then eliminate them. I don't want committees to decide anything. Anytime a committee is deciding anything, there is always that possibility that they're going to steer things. Let it be decided on the field, Deb. Now you're going to include wild cards. All right, we're in the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. I want to hear more on how Deb Carson is going to make the college football season better.
We are Fox Sports.
Hi, I'm rapper, actor, model Lil Dicky, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about a pretty glaring issue within our society, and that's condom usage. Guys, I think we've gotten pretty laissez-faire about wearing condoms, and to be honest, I find it disgusting. People are having unprotected sex without even batting an eye. It's insane. It doesn't make one shred of sense to me. How can you even enjoy it? I'd be so stressed out the whole time. I won't bore you guys with the stats, but just know that STDs and unintended pregnancies are very real, and there's nothing better than peace of mind, and that's what a Trojan can provide you, the pleasure of protection. So be an adult and put a condom on.
The U.S. economy has been getting stronger, and home values have been increasing. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Many of our clients have been taking cash out of their homes, a strategy that might work for you. The smart move is for you to refinance your mortgage right now with Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.375%. APR 4.51%. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Who's ready for the big game? School's in full swing. Do you need some extra cash for the technology department? Team uniforms, tournament entry fees, class trips, or do you just need to spruce up that old playground equipment? Staganelli's is all geared up to help you with your fundraiser. Staganelli's can set you up as soon as tomorrow. They offer a great variety of hometown foods, the best kind of fundraising. Kids and adults love their pepperoni balls, pastas, and quick after-school snacks like pretzel sandwiches and pizza kits. Moms love the pre-portioned cookie dough and pies. Stanganelli's prides themselves on hometown service and customer-friendly products. Call Terry at 814-456-0965 to schedule your Stanganelli sale today. Stanganelli's retail shop, located 1621 West 26th Street in the Oakwood Plaza, is open Tuesday through Saturday with daily specials. Check out the tantalizing pasta bar. Grab a quick homemade meal for those on the go. Stanganelli's has a nice selection of pasta, sauce, pepperoni balls, and individual family-prepared meals. Come check out Erie's best-kept secret today. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, tail-wagging, backyard-hanging, and, of course, companionship.
And what breed would you say Satchmo is?
I'd have to go with maybe a lavish terrier-hound chihuahua-looking kind of mix.
Tremendous dog.
I'd also like to point out Satchmo's coloring, a white, gray, brown, black brindle, simply marvelous.
You know, it's such a treat to watch a dog like this.
Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive. And now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance, so common with this group.
And finally, the loving face lick.
It's great how he just gets in there and, well, licks.
Fantastic. But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him opening his own clothing store at the age of 18? 1 in 138,000. Excited to be a part of pop culture, he packed for the big city. The odds of finding someone to invest in his vision? 1 in 4.5 million. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Fargo Company reminds listeners that more and more veterans are returning home over the next few years, and many are local. These heroes have elite military training and valuable professional skills, but they need jobs too. That's why Fargo Company is encouraging all local businesses to hire smart and hire vets. This message is courtesy of your good friends at Fargo Company at 4932 Iroquois Avenue in Erie. They're always working to keep our community moving in a positive direction.
I'm like, dude, your team is 2-13, and you just won by 1, and you did the Black Power salute. That's the weakest Black Power salute of all time. Like, if I were a Black Power guy, I'd be like, all right, Cap, we don't want the quarterback of a team that's 2-13 doing the Black Power salute. It's the weakest Black Power salute ever done in the history of American sports.
It's Outkick the Coverage with Clay Travis. Weekdays 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Broadcasting from the Bud Light Studio in the historic Boston Store. AM 1330. Fox Sports Radio. WFNN Erie. The Fan. Fox Sports trending now.
Might be the kill shot for you, Dub.
Second down and 9, 12:15 to go in the game. Alabama leads 17-7. High snap, handoff. Scarborough breaks tackles. He's loose. He's to the 40. He's to the 45-50. He's down the left sideline. He won't go all the way, but he may. He cuts back to his right. He's got blocking help. Scarborough in. Touchdown. 68 yards.
Right to the house, and Alabama now in cruise control, 24-7 with under 9 minutes to play in the ball game. And Scarborough has 14 carries for 175 yards and 2 TDs. Jalen Hurts has not done much for Bama. The quarterback, 7 of 12 and just 57 yards passing. Anyways, earlier today, LSU took care of Louisville 29-9. I'm David Gascon.
We are Bulldogs.
3, 2, 1. You may need some time away, but never from Colin Cowherd. The Herd. Weekdays noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on FS1.
The Herd.
Catch The Herd on FS1. Come on, come on, come on. Are you ready? Yes. I said, are you ready? Come on, man. Come on, man. Your second half coverage is going deep.
Fires down the field. Leaping grab made.
Fox Football Saturday with Steve Hartman and Super Bowl champion Brady Potinga.
This is what it feels like.
You want plays? You want coaches? You want the best breakdowns?
I got you.
Fox Football Saturday rolls on right now. Live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. With Deb Carson in for Brady Potinga, here's Steve Hartman.
Just a beautiful Saturday once again here on the Fox Sports Radio Network. It is New Year's Eve. And Deb Carson getting ready for her big all-nighter on East Coast time. That's the way she's going to do it, on East Coast time. Celebrating here with me today. We're coming live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. All right, Alabama in firm control right now. Washington just had a punt, so we're about 8 minutes to go. Alabama's going to move on to the next game. I dare call it the national championship game. I just want to finish this off because I know what you're talking about, but I am doing my darndest here to eliminate committees. Because name any other sport. Imagine the NFL for a second, right? So the season concludes, and they have a committee. Forget the records. The committee's going to decide who's going to be in the playoff.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that's how ridiculous college football is.
Well, college basketball does the same thing. The NCAA is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and I loved the idea that you had last hour of the 6-team playoff. I would make it 8, but I like the idea of picking at least one of the group of 5 and independents that are now trying to
Here's
make
a better
themselves
option.
known.
Here's a better option. Forget all this.
But you got to have the conference champions.
First of all,
there are 5 conferences.
you have 120 teams, so-called FBS teams, right? Half of them are eliminated, gone.
Yeah.
They are dropped down to a lower level so that they can play at their level for a chance to win a national championship. You have 4 super conferences of 16 schools. So you only have 64 schools in my Division I.
Well,
that's it.
But you're taking tens of millions of dollars away from some of those schools that maybe they don't belong in the Power 5.
You mean like those schools that get bashed by Alabama and they get a big payday out of it? Guess what? Play at the level you're capable of playing up. If you can make money out of it, don't worry about it. I'm going to create more money out of this true NCAA championship.
Okay.
So you have 4 power conferences of 16 schools. None of this Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12, none of it. North, East, South, West.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to divide each one of these conferences into 2 divisions of 8.
Okay.
And you're never going to play a regular season game out of your own conference.
I like that.
So what you're going to do is you're going to play the other 7 schools in your division every year. There's 7 games. And then the other division of 8, you'll rotate back and forth. 4 games one year, then the other 4 back and forth for an 11-game schedule.
Okay.
Then at the end of all that, your 2 division champions within the conference will play off for the conference championship. That's your 12th game.
Perfect.
And then you have a Final 4 setup of schools that have never played each other, that have earned their way into that Final 4, and then ultimately you'll have a semifinals and a championship game all decided on the field, and somebody, for the first time ever, will rightfully be handed a national championship trophy.
I like the system, but I want to be in the room with you with the teams who are not included in those 4 16.
I got one little spin for you on this thing. Let's say you have a school like Kansas, all right? And they're not competitive. So they I'll put it this way. If you can play your way out of the 64, and you can also play your way in to the 64. So there's always that chance. Let's go back to when Boise State was dominant, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a school like Kansas, and they're limping along 1-10, 2-9, whatever. You can be suspended from that 64 school alignment. I mean, I'm getting serious here. If you're not competitive, out.
Okay.
You're fired. And then you're going to bring another school in from that next level where you're saying, you know what? And this is a motivator, by the way. You want to play in the big time, earn it. A guy at school like Boise did back in the day. They showed that they could compete with the big boys. You've earned a spot to get back into this 64-team alignment. And sorry, Kansas, you're a basketball school. Stick to basketball. You're out of the football mix.
Well, that was my next question then. Are you in a different conference then, theoretically, for basketball than you are for
right now,
football?
you have that with several schools.
Which
Notre
is
Dame.
stupid.
Notre Dame plays ACC basketball. They're not in the ACC
It's
in
ridiculous.
football.
That's the most ridiculous thing ever. And that shouldn't happen.
I am eliminating polls. I'm eliminating committees. Everything is earned on the field. Just like it is in every other sport.
No, I like that. And in the NFL, you've got the series of 15,000 ridiculous tiebreaker scenarios, but it takes care of itself.
And by the way, if you want to vary on let's say you want to add a game. Let's say you want to add one more game, then you play out of the conference, like it rotates. Like 1 year, if you're a West team, you'll play an extra 12th game against one team in the North, or then it's the East or the South, to maybe say, well, maybe you want to add a little, see, I hate interleague play. Baseball ruined itself by suddenly making it all-inclusive. Baseball was at its best when the National League and the American League were completely separate, where the only time you had a chance to see the matchup was at the All-Star game when it was a true midsummer classic and in the World Series. And that was the only chance you got to see. Interleague play cheapened the whole thing. ruin the All-Star game, and also, to me, lessen the impact of the World Series as well.
So you've lost me when you add an extra game.
I didn't say that. I was thinking you wanted to do that.
No. I think everybody plays the same number of games. I hate it when I see one team is 13-1, the other team is 12-1.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying every team would add a game.
Yeah.
So, in other words, my plan was you play all 7 teams in your division every year. That never changes.
Yeah.
And then you play 4 teams, you back and forth, the other division of your conference.
I like
that.
Well,
let's say you wanted to add one more game for everybody. All 64 teams wants to add one more game, and they want to venture out of their conference, and it could rotate.
See, I don't like that. Because,
well, then I don't do it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
All right, so this way, everything is decided on the field.
Yes, I like that. I vote for that. Again,
you want to bring wild card teams in.
No, you called them wild card teams. I was equating them to the wild card teams in the NFL.
All right, let's say
I'm calling like Ohio State would have been a.
All right, who's the second team?
Well, Oklahoma, because they would have won their conference.
No. Under my 6-team playoff this year, Oklahoma's in. Penn State's in. Okay. Central Michigan is in. You said, well, one wild card's Ohio State. Who's your second wild card?
Well, you would take the Group of 5 team.
Group of 5 teams in. I told you. Stay with me here, Deb.
No,
my 6-team playoff this year would have been Alabama, Washington, Clemson, Penn State, and Oklahoma, the 5 power conference champions, and the highest-ranked Group of 5 team was Central Michigan. You wanted to go to 8 by adding 2 wild card teams. So one of them's Ohio State. Who's the other one?
Well, I would have to
see now the committee would have to
exactly.
See now you say, well, wait, Florida State, Michigan.
I mean, I would probably.
You take 2 teams out of the both wild card teams out of the Big Ten?
Well, if Michigan probably.
Well, so wait a second. Now you have 2 wild card teams, and you take them both out of the Big Ten.
That's this year.
Well, but what makes you think the Big Ten was all that great?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't want to do any of that.
But here's the thing,
eliminate this committee.
You're already having to decide. You're already having to have a committee who decides who the best Group of 5 team is.
And then that's their sole job.
Yeah.
You're not even including anything else. That committee will have one job at the end of the year.
So the NCAA tournament, do you want to get rid of the current structure of that too?
I hate the NCAA tournament with all these teams.
You do?
Why should a team... Let me ask you this. We had a couple of years ago, Connecticut won the national championship. What were they, 5th place in the Big East?
Right.
Why are they in the tournament?
No, and again, trust me, Baylor got knocked out in the first round by a team that hit a great shot at the end that was that they shouldn't have been playing. But
No, but I mean, I understand the nature of the NCAA tournament about, one and done. I love that part of the NCAA tournament.
I like the excitement of it, though.
But the one thing I will say about the NCAA tournament is they have conference tournaments. See, the beauty of the conference tournaments, because a lot of people say, well, why don't you just put everybody in the NCAA tournament? Well, essentially you are, because you have the conference tournaments. Conceivably, a team can be the 8th place team in a conference.
And get an automatic bid.
And get the automatic bid to get in the NCAA tournament. So it really is all-inclusive. That's the argument for the NCAA tournament.
And I think that adds to the excitement, though. Because most
people do the same thing with the NFL, the college football. Every team plays in the tournament.
It's a little different with football, though. You can't.
How is it different? Then shorten the schedule during the regular season.
You're going to have a football game every 2 days.
No, you don't have to do that. You just shorten the regular season. If you just had like a 9-game schedule and then start the playoffs with every single team having a chance from 120 to 100, you're not adding weeks. You would have the same schedule, except that each week fewer and fewer games will be played. Some teams would only have 10 games on their schedule. Why? I mean, what? Is it any more ridiculous than what we have right now, a made-for-TV ESPN event?
I think this is better, actually.
What's better about it? You're Oklahoma. They don't even get a chance.
No, exactly. Well, and that's why I say go 8.
Penn State won the Big Ten championship, and they beat Ohio State.
Okay. So either go your 6 or go my 8. But that's why.
But you don't even have an 8. Your 8 has Ohio State and Michigan in it.
Well, you put me on the spot when you asked me that. I could. Okay, let's go Colorado then. Would that make you feel better?
Did you see Colorado yesterday?
Awful. Yes.
Awful. How about USC?
Could be.
Could you make an argument right now USC is one of the 8 best schools? Who are you picking in the USC Penn State Rose Bowl on Monday? There's Penn State, winner of the Big Ten championship.
Well,
you think Penn State's going to beat USC?
Not in Los Angeles, no.
You think if their game was at Penn State, they would beat them?
I think they might.
Okay, well, see, this is the problem. It's subjective as opposed to being decided on the field. All right, we're in the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. We're going to get one more update on that Alabama-Washington game and get you ready for the second matchup between Clemson and Ohio State coming up next.
We're looking out for you during this bowl season.
Championship football, baby.
Just follow us on Twitter at Fox Sports Radio, Facebook.com/Fox Sports Radio, or on Facebook.com/Fox Sports Radio. Your social media college football hookup is right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, this is Arnie Spanier with a very important message, so listen up. If you're out for the evening and you've been drinking, get a ride, call a cab, or find another safe way home, because drunk driving can cost you more than an arrest and a fine. Thousands of people are killed in drunk driving crashes every year. Download the free Safer Ride app to help you call a taxi or send a friend your location where you've been drinking. Get the free Safer Ride app today. Drive sober or get pulled over.
ADT presents What to Consider When Considering Home Security. An ADT sign is more than a sign. It's a line in the sand. On one side, your family. On the other, an uncertain world.
For over 140 years, more people have chosen ADT to help prevent crime than anyone else. Get ADT starting at just $28.99 a month.
Tested, trusted, proven ADT.
With 36-month contract for licensing and terms and conditions, visit ADT.com.
The U.S. economy has been getting stronger, and home values have been increasing. This good economic news presents a unique financial opportunity for you. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Many of our clients have been taking cash out of their homes, a strategy that might work for you. The smart move is to refinance your mortgage right now with Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.375%, APR 4.51%. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN to see how much we can lower your mortgage payment. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the third year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
The Yankee Honda, where they treat every customer as though you're a member of their family. Visit them at 8430 Peach Street, Erie, or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Join Fox Sports 1330 The Fan this Sunday at the Plymouth Tavern on State Street from 11 to 1. Never Enough Football is back with Bud Light and the Plymouth Tavern. They'll be talking NFL, college, high school. If it's football, you'll hear about it. That's this Sunday at the Plymouth Tavern with Fox Sports 1330 The Fan and Bud Light.
We were rolling down this road in
Anbar Province
3 personnel carriers
with 16 of us on board.
All of a sudden,
there's a huge explosion.
We knew right away
it was an IED. The first vehicle
got wasted, and those guys took
a huge hit.
Then we started taking
sniper fire and RPGs from the hills.
In today's military, women face the same dangers as men.
It's pretty amazing.
We made it out alive.
But when they come home, women veterans confront a whole different set of challenges, like unique health care issues, or not receiving respect or even acknowledgement for serving in harm's way. DAV understands the problems women veterans face, and we can help. Many DAV advisors are female veterans. They've been there, and they're ready to provide expert guidance. DAV fights to get you the health, disability, and financial benefits you were promised and earned. If you're a veteran, visit DAV.org for free help.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330, WFNN Erie. Now let's go to the ice with Aaron Cooney.
Days off, a little rust to shake off for the Erie Otters. As the Erie Otters returning from their Christmas break, a visit to the First Ontario Center in Hamilton to take on the Hamilton Bulldogs. In a first period that seemingly the Otters couldn't shake off that rust. It was the Bulldogs that took advantage, scoring 3 goals in the first to take a 3-1 lead after the first 20 minutes. And even though Erie was able to get on the board, just 9 shots on goal, and it wasn't until late before they could become a threat with Alan McShane notching his 6th of the year at 17:04. A scoreless second period led to the third. The Hamilton Bulldogs opened up the lead even more. 1 minute and 36 seconds in when Adam Lashram found the back of the net for the second time on the evening. And the Bulldogs lead 4-1. But something sparked for the Otters as they found themselves in the third period. 18 shots on goal. They were back to being the Erie Otters we're used to seeing. Alex DeBrincat would rifle home his 31st season at .353. And then nearly 5 minutes later, DeBrincat would set up Ivan Lodnia as DeBrincat unleashes a howitzer from the right wall that grazes the stick of Lodnia, changing the angle to beat goaltender Caden Fulcher. And the Otters in business, just behind by a goal. But with the netminder pulled, Timpano off, Otters just couldn't find the tying marker in the waning seconds of their 33rd game of the season. It led to Will Bitton adding an empty net goal with 4 seconds on the clock as the Bulldogs defeat the number 2 Erie Otters by the score of 5-3. But it's a chance for revenge. And now you're coming into the doghouse for the Erie Otters, where they've only dropped 1 game, had an overtime loss back on October the 21st to the Owen Sound Attack. 17-0-1 here from the Erie Insurance Arena for the Erie Otters. They'll look for a little revenge, taking on the Hamilton Bulldogs tonight in a New Year's Eve showdown from Erie, Pennsylvania. Hello again, everyone. Aaron Cooney here with you. This is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and we'll have you set for tonight's matchup. 2 days off between the two teams, and they're back at it again here before we enter 2017. We'll preview the matchup, take a look at the lineups. We'll hear from Alan McShane a little bit later on, right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Hey, who knew Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, could play hockey?
Well, I have to do something in the winter.
And Joel's game winner was a 1 in a million shot.
Like All the Money Millionaire edition.
Yeah, the new game from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $1 million.
It's a real game changer. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
So we had just moved here from out of state when the phone rang and this nice woman introduced herself as our healthcare concierge. She wanted to welcome us to her new health plan. I thought, well, this is something nice. But then she took the time to find us a family doctor near our new home, and I thought, no, this is something different.
Customer service, unlike anything you'd expect. UPMC Health Plan.
The Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join us for the pre- and post-game celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill. Let us help you fuel up for the high-energy game with our extensive menus and craft brew selections. You Otter be dining with the best.
Northwestern Pennsylvania winners, don't let them keep you from driving. Instead, drive more safely than all-wheel control Mitsubishi. Among sedans, the Lancer's absolutely the lowest priced all-wheel control car in the market today. Only $17,700 right now at Interstate Mitsubishi. The all-wheel control Outlander Sport is the most affordable CUV in its class. It's priced right now at only $18,990. With the 2016 all-wheel control Outlander, you can drive up to 7 passengers more safely at the incredibly low price of only $21,990. All of our vehicles offer top safety features and are covered by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. warranty. Buy an all-wheel control Lancer for only $17,700, an all-wheel control Outlander Sport for only $18,990, or a 7-passenger all-wheel control Outlander for only $21,990. Get outside this winter. Drive to Interstate Mitsubishi 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price are based on 2016 model years, MSRP, stock number 3540, 4636, 3634, plus tax, title, license, and dock fee.
All the exciting action of OHL hockey.
The Erie Otters
On Fox Sports Radio, 1330, The Fan.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Aaron Cooney along with you for the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Erie Otters and Hamilton Bulldogs here for the second time on the season, final time, and second time within just a pair of days after the Hamilton Bulldogs defeated the Otters 5-3, ending a 5-game winning streak for Erie. But now it's into the Otters building, their home ice, for the New Year's Eve showdown here. Special 6:30 start. We'll get underway shortly. But we're still inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and that means we're going to look at tonight's Marsh & Marsh Real Estate Services lineup. As the Otters getting back Mitch Byrne, who is out Wednesday with the flu. It's that flu bug that was going around. It's a kind of one-day thing. So Mitch Byrne back in the lineup. That means Aiden Timmermans, who returned back with the Orangeville Flyers. You may see him tomorrow. We'll see. But Timmermans now out of the lineup after making his OHL debut this past Wednesday against the Bulldogs. Mitch Byrne back for Erie. So good news on the blue line for the Otters. Other scratches include number 14, Eric Sternak, number 17, Taylor Radish, and number 19, Dylan Strom. And how about those guys? We'll talk about them a little bit later on with the tournament that they're having at the World Junior Championships. I know they fell to USA today, but on to the medal round. We'll be following along. Other news for tonight with our Marsh Real Estate Services lineup. Joseph Murdaka making his first start with the Otters. Acquired a couple weeks ago just before the trade, or rather before the Christmas break, and the trade freeze that was on the lineups in the OHL. 1-0 this year. 2.12 goals against average, a 9.44 save percentage. That was with the Mississauga Steelheads before heading to the Trenton Golden Hawks and Junior B's. 5-2 with the Golden Hawks, the 2.15 goals against average and a 9.23 save percentage. As we'll look at our UPMC injury report, no injuries for the Otters. 3 scratches away at the World Junior Championship, 1 away back in Junior B. For the Bulldogs, Dawson Clardy. He was acquired Wednesday from the Kitchener Rangers for a 5th-round pick. Didn't play in the game. He was the backup goaltender of service for the Hamilton Bulldogs. And he'll get the start tonight, 13-5-1-1. 1 shutout, a 3.23 goals against average, and a 9.02 save percentage for the overage goaltender coming over from the Kitchener Rangers. Scratches for Hamilton include Andre Kachina, Riley Webb, Isaac Nurse, Riley McCourt, Marian Studnich, and number 31, Cole Cece. Alan McShane had a goal, his 6th of the season Wednesday night, and I caught up with him earlier this afternoon. We'll hear that interview next as the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show continues right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzie's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzie's prepares the finest Italian food in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzie's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzie's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street, near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzie's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
SEO, text message marketing, social media.
As a business owner, you know the best way to reach customers is online.
Viral videos.
But you don't have time to keep up with the latest digital marketing technology.
Web design.
That's where Local Edge comes in, especially for the one term you're most concerned with.
ROI.
As a full-service digital marketing agency, Local Edge offers turnkey solutions to grow your business online. From search engine optimization and marketing, to social media, to mobile advertising, to video promotion. Our expert support team is ready to customize a program to your needs and track results throughout the campaign. Plus, as a division of the Hearst Corporation, Local Edge is backed by the largest, most diversified communications company in the nation. So when you're ready to generate leads, find new customers, and increase your revenue, talk to the digital marketing experts. Visit localedgemedia.com. Think digital. Think Local Edge.
National Fuel says, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130. If you detect something that smells like rotten eggs, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the premises immediately and contact National Fuel from a different location. Do not use your phone or turn on a light inside the area. Immediately leave the premises and call National Fuel's emergency line. Play it safe and remember, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130.
Tim Hortons holiday treats? Oh, but there's so many. Okay, stay focused, Dave. Remember, it's for the office. Okay, definitely one peppermint hot chocolate, red velvet muffin. Ooh, I want a cinnamon bun iced coffee.
And some mint chip Timbits, and a gingerbread ice cap, and chocolate mint filled cookie with peppermint bark.
Come into Tim Hortons and let our holiday treats bring out the child in you. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time.
I'll just take one of each, thanks. It's for the office.
Keep up on all things Erie Otters by following us on social media. Follow the Otters on Twitter and Instagram at Erie Otters, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Erie Otters Hockey. You'll get up-to-the-minute news on all things happening with your Erie Otters, so check us out on social media today.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. My guest at this time, Alan McShane of the Erie Otters. Alan, a long break off. You guys had 9 days away from here and then about 12 days between games. How important is that to a group and to a team after the long haul? And even October was 9 home games and the grueling travel schedule, things like that. But to have the days off to rest up, how important is that for a team now looking into going into the second half of the season?
Yeah, it was a nice little break, especially following up a good first half of the season. I think we deserved a nice little stint at home and spending time with family. I know a lot of the guys are pretty far away from their homes, so it's kind of nice to just relax and get back into normalcy for a few days before getting back into the grind, which is playoffs and getting prepared.
Is it tough to come out of that break? If you look at the game Wednesday, it seemed like it started a little bit slow against the Hamilton Bulldogs in that first period before you guys started getting going again. Does that layoff hurt the team a little bit at some times too?
Yeah, we got back and I think we did our best to prepare for the game. Came back a couple days before and we practiced hard. So we had to be better prepared. We just had to bring a better game. I think we need to get off the bus and be ready to go every game on the road. And I think we can only get better and bring better games in terms of what we brought against Hamilton the other night. So we're just looking for a follow-up game today and then hopefully getting it back on the right foot.
We'll finish up with Alan later, but Face Off is next on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office, from faxes and copiers to multifunction printers. Now we don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for Sharp document systems. And most importantly, they will maintain your machine so that it continues to, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Programs, get your programs!
You know, Mill Creek schools have all the programs you need.
Really?
Yes, they have preschool programs, Center for Performing Arts programs, Honors College and ROTC programs, dual enrollment and student internship programs, not to mention 16 advanced placement courses, 30 varsity sports, and over 50 high school clubs and activities.
Sounds like they do have a program for everybody. Programs, get your programs!
in the Mill Creek School District.
Otters fans, if you're looking for the best hand-cut steaks, fall off the bone ribs, made from scratch sides, ice-cold beer, legendary margaritas, and fresh-baked bread, then look no further. Texas Roadhouse, located at 7475 Peach Street, Erie, is the place for legendary food and legendary service. Whether you're looking for a special occasion or just a night out with good food and friends, think Texas Roadhouse. And don't forget to cut your wait time by using their famous call-ahead seating. That's Texas Roadhouse, 814-864-9494.
What's 10,000 square feet with 100-plus arcade games, all set to free play, including air hockey and one round of glow golf, all in one great space?
If you said Playport Erie Arcade, Erie's largest indoor arcade center, you're exactly right. And if you haven't had a chance to stop in and enjoy all those old favorites and new challenges, now's the perfect time. Race your friends head-to-head with the 4-player simulators, ride motorcycles, boats, skis, and more. Playport has bowling, pinball, basketball, hunting games, and of course, all for a one-price admission. Come on into Playport Arcade. It's like having that feeling when you wish you were a kid again. Yeah, that's the feeling you'll get at Playport Erie Arcade.
Playport is more than just an arcade.
Playport is Erie's first indoor glow golf attraction. It's like walking into another world as you enter the glow golf room filled with neon and different fun obstacles at every hole. Playport is fun for all ages.
And now for a limited time, grab 3 people along with yourself and take advantage of the 4-pack special. But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
Playport Arcade on West 12th Street in the Big White Building just east of Peninsula.
The Otters skate here.
Fox Sports Radio,
1330, The Fan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters hosting the Hamilton Bulldogs at a New Year's Eve showdown. Hello, and Aaron Cooney here with you as we get just underway. As the Otters dump the puck in down to the near side, it's quickly scooted out the zone by Hamilton, taking on to the right wing side. It's Sajan tossing it onto the front of the net. Poked onto the near side corner by the Otters. Chopped up edge of the blue line. Kept in nicely by Hanley. With some open space on the left side. Grabbed, however, by Mitch Byrne. Back in the Otters lineup tonight after missing the game Wednesday against these Bulldogs. Out with the flu. As Aiden Timmermans, who got the start instead in his first OHL action, his 7th round pick for the Otters back in April. As Darren Radish leading the charge ahead from the right wing side. Turned around, now it's Maximovich in the far corner. Bounce for Lodnia, taken away from him and flipped up high by Matt Luff to center ice. He picks up the pass and skating down the right wing side. Here's Luff trying to go between the D, unable to. Good poke check, Darren Radish on the defensive effort. TJ Fergus now near side, skips across the ice. This will go for an icing call. And with the minute and 10 seconds in break, we get a chance to look at our goaltenders, as it's the first action for both of these goaltenders at their respective teams. Joseph Murdaka getting the start for the Otters. Acquired before the Christmas break. 1-0 this year, a 2.12 goals against average and a 9.44 save percentage with the Mississauga Steelheads before coming to the Erie Otters. And opposite of him, Dawson Carty for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Picked up Wednesday morning for a 5th-round pick from the Kitchener Rangers. The overage goaltender, 13-5, 1-1, 1 shutout, a 3.23 goals against average, 9.02 save percentage. The Otters are familiar seeing him with the Kitchener Rangers over the last season and a half. As Lemke on back at his own zone, gives off to his defensive partner, Cole Candela. Out ahead, Fox now finds Entwistle skating into the zone. Leaves it for Bitten. He's plastered the boards by Mitch Byrne. Sends it on the far corner. Entwistle to the blue line. Lemke shot through traffic off a stick wide and deflected on to the corner. Byrne up the wall. Erie unable to clear. Trent Fox goes skates it out to neutral ice. Candela again tries the near side. But watch the Bulldogs set again. They did a great job of getting the puck in deep and then sending it out to the blue line for shots with a lot of traffic in front. And they made a difficult time for Troy Timpano Wednesday evening. Left wing side, they come back in, dropping it off, trying to find Connor Roberts. The pass was behind him. The Otters try to break out. Pass defended, and Jesse Sabin, the former Erie Otter, works up the near side. Jackson lost it to Christian Gurney, and Radish sends it cross ice. TJ Fergus reels it off the wall. Right back to Darren Radish. Winds, fires, 6 save onto the far corner at the flex. Off of the swig of Dawson Carty. Erie out to center ice. Alan McShane, he'll wheel back in, picked up his 6th of the season the other night against Hamilton. Has it along the goal line now, flip it in front, looking for Gara Podubny, no dice. Fergus sends it back behind. Erie backing off as they make a change in the forward unit. Skating ahead is Sabin. Missed on the pass and an icing call-up coming. 2 minutes and 44 seconds into the first period here. And there you see the return of Vince Place, former assistant coach with the Erie Otters, past 3 years. Now on the opposing bench with the Hamilton Bulldogs. We're going to hear from him during the second intermission. As the Otters, a steal, look out, played in front to Brinkett, sends it just wide. That was off his stick, that's why. Defended by Saban and Gleason after the turnover behind the net. The draw will be to the right of Dawson Carty. Make it the left. But Carty, last time in this building, didn't go so well. After his Kitchen Rangers gave up 5 goals in the third period, allowing 7 goals on 42 shots to the Otters back on November the 5th. Wrist shot from DeBrinket, stopped by Carty. Now from long range. Also did a great job this last night, or this Wednesday night, keeping the Otters out towards the perimeter and along the wall. They didn't get a whole lot in the middle of the ice, Erie. Nicely defended by Hamilton up until the third period, where the Otters finally able to break loose. 18 shots on goal, but not enough, as the Hamilton Bulldogs took the game 5-3. Just the second loss, as you saw B.J. Adams there, serving as the bench boss with Chris Knobloch away with Team Canada as an assistant. B.J. Adams 6-2 with Chris Knobloch away. Here's a try in front to Brinkett, stuff attempt. No dice. Another stop for Dawson Carty, and it's flipped the other way. The chance right off the end boards by Nicky Petty, stopped for the Otters goaltender Joseph Murdaka, and on ahead is Lodnia. Flying right wing side to the zone, tries to slide one towards the goal. Fought off again by Carty, held at the line. Darren Radish waits. Cross-ice pass, reeled in. Lodnia right back to Darren Radish. Looks, wrist shot through traffic, deflected. Save made. Carty on the nice redirect from Alex DeBrinket. On ahead goes Luff. He'll hit center red and loft it to Erie ice. Shots 5-1 in favor of the Otters. As a long-range pass, Fellows hooked onto the near side by Lemke. Tosses it in front. Nobody home. Trent Fox knocking up the wall and taking off the great skating ability. Here's Will Benton, winds up, slap shot. Stop Murdaka. 5 minutes, or 4 minutes and 5 seconds in. The draw will be to the left of Murdaka. After he was the odd goaltender out with the Mississauga Steelheads, ended up going and playing with the Trenton Golden Hawks before being acquired by the Otters, as this one skipped into the near side corner off the skate of Byrne. Rolled up the far side by Sandbrook, but not out. Launched right back towards the net, waving the wand, and it was bitten, no dice. And from the near side wall, ahead Newman could not clear. Oh, he did, as Entwistle brought it in offside. Looks like he had it along the blue line. He would keep it in. Our lineman, Kevin Hastings, says otherwise. Murdaka going 5-2 with the Trenton Golden Hawks before being acquired by the Otters. A 2.15 goals against average, and a .923 save percentage in the 7 games that he appeared in for the Golden Hawks back in most of November and into December, as Cade Robinson, right wing side, a wrist shot off his stick, deflected away by Hanley. Kept the wall on the far boards inside the zone. Carson Edwardson turned it towards the net. That's reeled in by Connor Walters. Has some time behind his own goal and hands off to Hanley. Up ahead, deflected by Jackson. Skating left wing is Kavicius. Played down to the near side corner. Roughed up by Ryan Martin of the Otters, first-year man. Whirling there, they tried a stuff attempt. Jackson along the far post. Denied by the Otters and their defense. Robinson out to center. On for Edwardson. Poke checked away from him as Carson Edwardson crashing in with Connor Walters. The puck is free. Directed behind the net by Robinson. And a chance on the right side for Walters. Look ahead. At center they had a man. That was St. John, as he's tied up by Alan McShane. In comes Christian Gurney with the biscuit. Take it to the near corner. Direct it behind the net. McShane stationed on the far side. Has options. Goes down low. It's Garrett Podubny. Shields the puck nicely along the line. Hands off to McShane. Poked away by Cramarosa. All the way down ice, TJ Fergus will find it. No score here. Early parts of the first period from the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, Pennsylvania. And a Happy New Year to everybody tuning in. as Gurney turned around on a check with the puck free. Hamilton will take it with their blue liner, Justin Lemke. And up on ahead, it's taken away by Darren Radish, and squirts free for McShane into the zone, leaves it on left wing side, too far ahead for Dubney, who gets pushed in the far boards, tried to throw it out in front, that was denied. Now Cramarosa saw the check lined up, Darren Radish scoots around that, they work it in on from the near side, as Candela in on the play, chipped away by Fergus back to center ice. 13:43 to play, first period, no score. As Nicky Petty chases Fergus along the far board. The Otters launched out ahead. Here's Ladnia into the zone now. Turns it down low for Alex DeBrincat. Poke check there by Benjamin Gleason. DeBrincat does find it one more time to the blue line. A shot, a rising one. A headhunter from Radish wide. Tossed it off a stick by Hamilton. Off the end boards. Joseph Murdaka will take the cover. And a face-off inside his zone. There you see Carty, unfortunately for both these goaltenders, wearing their former team's helmets with the turnaround. Dawson Carty, the Rangers helmet, just a little out of place with the black and gold uniforms. And for the Otters, Murdaka with a Mississauga Steelheads mask. And the equipment still in the shades of the Mississauga blue and white, which kind of matches for the Otters. Well, this one dumped in by Hamilton. Rangers equipment still for Dawson Carty. Well, over 7 minutes in, and Alex DeBrincat trying to wind it up on ahead. All to the neutral zone, poked it towards the goal, knocked away as he finds it one more time into the near corner. Tried to direct it down low. That was defended, and Benton knocked it on ahead. Here's Trent Fox. Trying to go in between Jordan Sambrook. Turned over by the Otters at their own zone. Benton, hands off. Fox, one-timer, never made it on goal. Ladnia pokes it ahead. It'll get out to center. Here's Hanley. Option up to the near side. It's Fox. Benton goes in. Late man. They'll find him at net whistle. Couldn't get around Patrick Fellows, who defensively knocked it onto the far side. Rimmed around by Erie's defense. Fellows one more time. Trying to push the buttons with Fellows, Newman, and Pettit, which had been a good line for the Otters when put together earlier parts of the season in the first half. Here's Fellows. Got it on down to the near side corner. Newman really excelled in that line. They try to get him going as he working on the fort. Checks the far side corner, tying up with Candela. Loose on that far side. Still with the stick lift is Brett Newman trying to get that puck loose. But they're able to nudge it on ahead and Entwistle to clear. A little under 12 minutes to play here first period on New Year's Eve. And from the left side, Fellows gets into the zone. Gives off to Wayman at the blue line. Wrist shot through some traffic. Stops Carty. Rebound to the near wall. Fellows taking it from Pettit. Pushed out in front. Newman looking for it. Pettit will find it. Never made it on goal with the shot. Bouncing around on from the far side. Still pushing towards the line. They can't clear as Pettit keeps it alive. Knocking it off the stick of Roberts. Lemke will find it. Has a little bit of time from the right side. Erie was changing behind the play. Hamilton does the same now. It just worked up for Cramarosa on the left wing. Tossed in from the line, and Murdaka, he'll move it, slide it up the wall. Bounces towards the neutral zone area off the linesman, and Lemke will overskate. The Otters are offside here. McShane tumbling down to the ice. Allows for the clear out to center, where Gurney again takes over for Erie. He'll direct it down on the right wing side on the back end. Lemke is there, the captain for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Just a lot of last season with a leg injury. Back here in his return, 34 games played. Here's Cramarosa into the zone. Going to set up the cycle. It's poked out to the blue line. Jesse Saban, he'll throw it towards the goal. That one through the mouth wide. Bouncing all the way to center. Gleason stationed there. Not a whole lot of whistles here. A lot of continuous action from the Erie Insurance Arena. Here's Gleason with a little move towards the front. Cut off by Sambrook and Mitch Byrne up on ahead. Looking for Alex DeBrincat. The pass received there. Given on to Max Simovich, left wing side. Wrist shot. Save made. The rebound in front. Knocked away by the Hamilton defense. Flag down to the corner by DeBrincat. Shuffled behind the net. Saban is there. On ahead for Sagan, and up the blue line. Max Simovich unable to keep it alive as Matthew Strome, younger brother of Dylan Strome and Ryan Strome. As we're unable to have a Strome versus Strome battle here in the OHL. It's 2 years in a row now that the Otters and the Bulldogs facing off right around World Junior time with Dylan Strome away at the international tournament. As Matthew Strome deflects it on down ice, getting there first is Petty, no icing. Centering pass in front, off escape. Petty got it right back in the far corner to the blue line. Held there. Fanning on the play was Walters, but it finds Matt Luff. Tossed in front off of Darren Radish. The Otters overage defender who slides it out to center ice to Brinkett. In a spot of trouble. Still loose. Took it away from Matt Luff. Nice little move around one man. Just wants to dump it in. He'll come off on the change. Over halfway through here in a scoreless first period. Otters and Bulldogs. Shots 7-2 in favor of the Otters. Not a whole lot going on shot clock-wise for either team as Radish dumps it on in. Circled around to the near side corner. Fellows will pry it loose. Kept in by Fergus, chipping the puck up into the air. Fox there first for Hamilton. Tossed in by Walters. Rimmed around as Fergus tries to direct it up the near side. Fox cuts it off. Younger brother of Dane Fox, the former Erie Otter. Given on out to Entwistle. Lemke now waits, fires through traffic wide on the blocker side. Entwistle again comes off the half wall. Walks in. Rister hit his own man. Fox in front. And Radish can pass ahead. Fellows will dump it in for Erie, then come off on the shift change. 8:30 to go. We're still going. It's got to be at least 8 minutes without a whistle here. Lofted down to behind the Otters net. Martin lost it off the side of the cage. Wayman will direct it around. Garrett Podubny stationed there. Nice pass to McShane out to center red. On for Gurney right wing side. He'll hit the break. Look on for Podubny. Knocked off of his stick. Direct it down to the corner. McShane. And Podubny still battling away. Loose to the far corner. Lemke. Gurney gets there first. Leaves it there on the touch. McShane to the blue line. Now Wayman holding near side. Wines doesn't shoot. Makes a lane for himself. Getting across the line. Wrist shot off a stick. Out of play. And everybody can take a breather with 7:55 to go. First period. No score for the Erie Insurance Arena.
Now it's time for the Hockey Hall of the Game, brought to you by the Surrounding Service of Erie. Family friends, just being able to see them whenever I want to, right?
Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery at Union Station. Erie's original brew pub and restaurant. Located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery. Proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
Thanks for everything. I love you.
Faced off inside the Hamilton zone to get the ice crew off. To the right of Dawson Carty. And a scoreless first period, 7:55 to play in the frame. The faceoff squirts in the middle of the ice. Knocked ahead by Hamilton, and Cramarosa takes the puck. Pass in front, just too far ahead for Sajin, and the Otters go with a dump in cross corner by Maximovich. Candela is back. Directs it up the far wall. Darren Radish there. Trying to push it down for this one. Goes off a stick. Look out. Popped back into the zone. Still onside for Erie. Maximovich comes out trying to turn it in front. That was defended nicely by Candela. On the near side. Pushed was Fergus. Kept it alive to Brinkett. Hammer it towards the net. Kick save made. Carty. Maximovich on the rebound. Gives off to Alex to Brinkett. Comes loose for Lodnia. Swept away by Lemke. Candela will direct it up the near side wall. Cramarosa takes from there. Skating out. Holds at the red line. He'll double back, seeing the changes up ahead. Now finds a man just on Matt Luff. Luff down the left wing to the circle. Backhander. That goes off the glove of Joseph Murdaka, but the Otters can't clear. Luff loose in the zone. Trying to chip it between the D to himself on the backhand. Centering pass off the skate of the Otters defender, but Murdaka able to cover up on that deflection in front. The Otters on New Year's Eve, 5-6. And one tie. They've won their last 3 games on New Year's Eve, all 3 of them being on home ice. Here's the Erie Insurance Arena. As the puck loose inside the Otters zone, Brett Newman working out the right wing side, taken away by Nicky Petty. Now Saban. Oh wait, as he gives off to Gleason. They'll find Luff on the left wing side. His wrist shot wide on the glove hand, and he'll skip all the way back to center. Gleason takes control. Little head fake. Got around one man. That was Newman. Now comes up wing side around 2, but the poke check from Sambrook Leaves it out to center ice. Leaves it a pair of assists the other night in Hamilton. The first Ontario center. Here's Nicky Petty getting loose on the right wing side. Throw it towards the goal. That one wide. Comes to Jesse Sabin as he pinches. Pass off the stick of Nicky Petty. Loose behind the Otters net. Given by Sambrook. Return pass from Podubny. They'll find Byrne on the near side circle. With 6 minutes to play. First period. No score from the Erie Insurance Arena. Bulldogs and Otters here. On New Year's Eve with McShane's nifty move denied. Thrown in by Entwistle. Found by Ryan Martin behind the net. In some trouble. Rubbed out by Bitten. Loose puck near side. Grabbed by McShane. Directed up the wall. Here's Gurney. Sees the changes were upcoming. Peels off and backhands it down. Stays in on the forecheck as it's played onto the near side for Jack Hanley. Some trouble to Brinkett chasing him down. Just pitchforked on ahead. And grabbed by Lodnia on the intercept. He walks in right wing side. Hits the brakes. Waits the option. It's Maximovich on the near side wall. Up the half wall. Wainman just on. His shot. Save made. Carty thought about playing it. He does. Everybody thought he was going to cover. No whistle. That's moved by Dawson Carty. The overager almost fooled everybody on the ice. And ahead goes Entwistle. Goes off his stick. Down from Murdaka to set up Alex DeBrincat. Another first action with them, and Dawson Carty fooled everybody on the play, including his own teammates. Weren't sure he's actually going to play it, and he did. As we continue along. Candela gets around a man. That was a sliding Alex DeBrincat. Jackson the other way. Left wing. Couldn't get around to the pass from Darren Radish as the Otters may have a break here. Lodnia, Maximovich hits the break. DeBrincat couldn't receive the pass. A little behind him as he stopped, and Jackson chips around Darren Radish as a man onto his right overskates the puck. And now a chance for Carson Edwardson. Goes around a man. Poke checked away. Good recovery by Cole Candela. Fifth round pick of the Vancouver Canucks, Candela. Loose along the near side. Pushed forward by Kukovicius out to center with 4:15 to play. Deflected on in by the Otters. No icing as Biley ties up Lemke. Lemke gets out of that pileup, but Robinson knocks loose. Biley toe drag. Swept away nicely. Defensive maneuver from Candela. Has the puck now, 20 and white. Gives ahead to Cramarosa. He'll skate to center. Backhand the puck in around Fergus. Cramarosa flying left wing side. Hits the break. Man trying to stay with him is Sambrook. Gives to the blue line. Sabin. Pass across. Now is along the blue line and skips out. Gleason has to retreat back to his own end. As look out. Burns flying in. He had Lashram lined up. Got a piece of him in the final 3.5 to go, first period. Patrick Fellows for the Otters. Pitchfork this one on the backhand. Try to clear. Sambrook finds it along the blue line. Stripped of it on the recover by Sabin. On out to center ice it goes. Bouncing puck from center ice. Fellows again backs up. Sambrook. Stick handles. In a clean game here thus far. Hard fought. Not a whole lot of space out there for either team. The Otters averaging 4.48 goals per game and have not been able to get many grade A scoring chances in the early going. As Brett Newman wheeling and dealing with the puck, almost lost the handle and forced back to his own end here by Strome. Played up the far side, Luff on the intercept, the takeaway. They returned it over, but they recover, and Sambrook just launches it towards center ice. Here's Hanley from the left side. To center, Petty. Heels off from the neutral zone. McShane was watching. He'll guide it back for Hanley on the blue line. Out ahead, Matthew Strome. Leading scorer here for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Dumps it down. Here's Petty. Wrist shot. Save made. And pulled in by Murdaka for the cover. The face-off coming to his right. Murdaka, a product out of Hamilton, playing with the Hamilton Junior Bulldogs. Was a 10th round pick of the Saginaw Spirit in 2014. Before being sent to Mississauga and eventually now landing with the Otters. In a backup role, Timpano the night off because the Otters will hop on a bus. They're going to celebrate the new year on the bus, crossing the border, and then take on the Kitchener Rangers division matchup at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Here's Fergus. A little trouble with Entwistle providing some pressure at the line. Stood up as they bring it right back in. Fergus takes it from Fox. Under 2 to go. First period, no score. Shots 9-4 in favor of the Erie Otters. And Fergus skates on ahead. Given on to McShane, rolls off of his body. Bounced along the line. Settled Picked up on the right side by Connor Walters, the former Owens down attack. That's the dump, and they peel off. Wholesale change for the guys in white. And out ahead goes Darren Radish trying to run the gauntlet. Radish around one man. Wrist shot. Kick save. Stopped along the skate of Party. And then covers up with 91 seconds to go. The season for Darren Radish continues at a pair of assists Wednesday. Second in defensive scoring, just a point behind Matthew Henderson with the Flint Firebirds. Leads the OHL defenseman in assists with 28 on the year. Only 27 games played for Darren Radish. Latvia on ahead for Jordan Sambrook. Pass finds the Brinket. Tried to one-time it on the touch for Maksimovic, but loose in the zone. Is diving to knock it loose was Kukavicius. Sambrook crashes in. That's alive in the final minute. Here's the Brinket. On for Burns. Wrist shot. Just wide. It grazed the blocker of Dawson Carty. Sambrook will try. That one scoots through the goal mouth wide as well. Sambrook keeps it alive. Along the near side, and Candela, he'll float it on down ice. Flips up on its edge, will roll for an icing call. Hamilton unable to change. With that taking place in the defensive zone, the final 41 seconds. Here in the first period from the Erie Insurance Arena, scoreless. Much different than the first period Wednesday night, where the Bulldogs hopped down to a 3-1 lead after 20. Face-off win Erie. Here's Fergus along the blue line. Gives on to Darren Radish. Wanted to one-time it. Pass a little too slow as his wrist shot is blocked. Trickles all the way down to Erie ice. Hamilton Bulldogs peel off. Now they change. Fergus looks ahead. Maybe one final rush for the Otters as Fergus on the left wing. Off the stick of Patrick Fellows. Bounced around. Sagan picks it up and sends it on to the right wing corner. Pettit crashes in with him. And to pry it loose was Adam Laystrom. 2 goals the other night for the Bulldogs. Deflected out in front. Darren Radish to take. 7 seconds to go. Fellows on ahead for Brett Newman. Trying to back down Jesse Sabin. Newman looking. Fires. Wide as time expires. Here on the first period. Yep. We've played 20. Shots 10-4 in favor of the Otters. Nobody on the board. Scoreless after one period here from the Erie Insurance Arena. We'll take a break. The UPMC intermission report is next. Right here on Fox Sports Radio, 1330, The Fan.
Hey, who knew Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, could play hockey?
Well, I have to do something in the winter.
And Joel's game winner was a 1 in a million shot.
Like All the Money Millionaire edition.
Yeah, the new game from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $1 million.
It's a real game changer. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
My daughter needed a nebulizer for her asthma. So the first thing I did was call my healthcare concierge to see if it was covered. It was no surprise to me when she said that it was. But what was surprising was that she then called the medical company, scheduled the delivery, and before I knew it, someone was here explaining how it works. I mean, who does that?
Customer service, unlike anything you'd expect. UPMC Health Plan.
The Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join us for the pre- and post-game celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill. Let us help you fuel up for the high-energy game with our extensive menus and craft brew selections. You Otter be dining with the best.
Northwestern Pennsylvania winners, don't let them keep you from driving. Instead, drive more safely in an all-wheel control Mitsubishi. Among sedans, the Lancer is absolutely the lowest priced all-wheel control car in the market today. Only $17,700 right now at Interstate Mitsubishi. The all-wheel control Outlander Sport is the most affordable CUV in its class. It's priced right now at only $18,990. With the 2016 all-wheel control Outlander, you can drive up to 7 passengers more safely at the incredibly low price of only $21,990. All of our vehicles offer top safety features and are covered by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. warranty. Buy an all-wheel control Lancer for only $17,700, an all-wheel control Outlander Sport for only $18,990, or a 7-passenger all-wheel control Outlander for only $21,990. Get outside this winter. Drive to Interstate Mitsubishi 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price is based on 2016 model years MSRP. Stock number 3540, 4066, 3634 plus tax, title, license, and dock fee.
It's Erie Otters hockey on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330 The Fan, WFNN, Erie.
Welcome back. You're inside the Erie Insurance Arena. New Year's Eve game. Otters and the Hamilton Bulldogs. And after one period of play, we're scoreless. In the rematch from Wednesday night, that the Bulldogs took 5-3 that final. That at the First Ontario Center. At the Otters, a much different first period because the Otters were a little slow out of the gate in that one. Trailing 3-1 after the first 20 minutes. Tonight, different story. Scoreless here through 20 minutes. As we welcome you inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney back with you as, yes, the Otters and the Bulldogs scoreless here. Vince Lace returning back as an assistant coach for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Now he's moved on from the Erie Otters. And the Otters, of course, without a couple of their big names. And with that first period, we'll do the Arctic Spas recap. Well, not a whole lot to recap because we sit scoreless. Shots 10-4 in favor of the Erie Otters. No power plays, no penalties. Pretty much a clean slate across the board. Between the two teams. As the Otters held off the score sheet, does not often. They don't score in the first period. That's one of their more favorite periods to fill the back of the net. Their 49 goals in the first leads the OHL. But held off here tonight on the New Year's Eve showdown with the Hamilton Bulldogs. As we wrap up that, the recap, I did want to get back to an interview that would have been back with Alan McShane during the pregame show. Didn't get through it with the anthem starting, but we're going to hear from Alan McShane now from the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. My guest at this time, Alan McShane of the Erie Otters. Alan, a long break off. You guys had 9 days away from here and then about 12 days between games. How important is that to a group and to a team after the long haul? And there's been, even October was 9 home games and the grueling travel schedule, things like that. But to have the days off to rest up, how important is that for a team now looking into going into the second half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice little break, especially following up a good first half of the season. I think we deserved a nice little stint at home and spending time with family. I know a lot of the guys are pretty far away from their homes, so it's kind of nice to just relax and get back into normalcy for a few days before getting back into the grind, which is playoffs and getting prepared.
Is it tough to come out of that break? I mean, if you look at the game Wednesday, it seemed like it started a little bit slow against the Hamilton Bulldogs in that first period before you guys started getting going again. Does that layoff hurt the team a little bit at some times too?
Yeah, I mean, we got back and I think we did our best to prepare for the game. Came back a couple days before and we practiced hard. So, I mean, we had to be better prepared. We just had to bring a better game. I think we need to get off the bus and be ready to go every game on the road. And I think we can only get better and bring better games in terms of what we brought against Hamilton the other night. So we're just looking for a follow-up game today and hopefully getting it back on the right foot.
It looked like you guys did find Erie Otters hockey in that third period. How do you build off of that and then take it into tonight, the rematch against the Hamilton Bulldogs again tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we all know what we're capable of, so I think we're just going to keep playing our game. We have a great crowd behind us tonight, and that's going to help. So I think we definitely ended the game on the right note, and hopefully we can continue into this one the same way.
What did they do that kind of slowed you down? It seemed like in the first 40 minutes they kept you guys to the outside. There wasn't a whole lot of penetration in the middle of the ice. What did they do well that kind of maybe deferred you closer to the walls?
They're a pretty physical team, and they did a good job at getting on us pretty quick. I think our chances came, but we can capitalize on them as well as we usually do. So that's going to be a big thing for us tonight as well, as we're going to have to match their physical game. We're going to have to capitalize on those chances. So if we can do that, which I'm confident we can, then it'll be a different outcome.
All right, thanks, Alan, and good luck tonight against the Bulldogs again.
Awesome, thank you.
That's Alan McShane of the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next on Fox Sports Radio, 1330, The Fan.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian food in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street, near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
SEO, text message marketing, social media.
As a business owner, you know the best way to reach customers is online.
Viral videos.
But you don't have time to keep up with the latest digital marketing technology.
Web design.
That's where Local Edge comes in, especially for the one term you're most concerned with.
ROI.
As a full-service digital marketing agency, Local Edge offers turnkey solutions to grow your business online. From search engine optimization and marketing, to social media, to mobile advertising, to video promotion. Our expert support team is ready to customize a program to your needs and track results throughout the campaign. Plus, as a division of the Hearst Corporation, Local Edge is backed by the largest, most diversified communications company in the nation. So when you're ready to generate leads, find new customers, and increase your revenue, talk to the digital marketing experts. Visit localedgemedia.com. Think digital. Think Local Edge.
National Fuel says, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130. If you detect something that smells like rotten eggs, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the premises immediately and contact National Fuel from a different location. Do not use your phone or turn on a light inside the area. Immediately leave the premises and call National Fuel's emergency line. Play it safe and remember, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130.
It's time to celebrate. Tim Hortons is introducing new smoked ham as part of the 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal. That's 2 breakfast sandwiches with egg, American cheese, and your choice of sausage, bacon, or new smoked ham for only $4. It's the kind of deal that you should save for a special day of the week, like every day. Tim Hortons 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available on standard breakfast sandwiches and wraps for a limited time plus applicable taxes. Single sandwiches and wraps at regular price.
Keep up on all things Erie Otters by following us on social media. Follow the Otters on Twitter and Instagram at Erie Otters, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Erie Otters Hockey. You'll get up-to-the-minute news on all things happening with your Erie Otters, so check us out on social media today.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Scoreless after one period of play, with the Otters out shooting the Bulldogs 10-4 through 20 minutes. It's now time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels. Proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You honor be staying with the best. New Year's Eve, 6 games on the OHL slate, 5 others, a couple of finals. Let's run through them. Mississauga Steelheads, a 3-1 victory over the North Bay Battalion. Tippett with a pair of goals. Watson on the board as well in the first period. The Windsor Spitfires, 4-2 final over the Flint Firebirds. The Windsor Spitfires returning home after 13 games on the road. Other finals around the league, it's Sault Ste. Marie, 3-2 over the Guelph Storm at the SR Center in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Other games underway. Only one, that's Niagara Ice Dogs and the Kingston Frontenacs, where the Frontenacs have a 2-0 lead midway through the second period. 7:30 start for the Sudbury Wolves and Barrie Colts. We got a second period coming up next, right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office, from faxes and copiers to multifunction printers. Now we don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for Sharp document systems. And most importantly, they will maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Programs, get your programs!
You know, Mill Creek schools have all the programs you need.
Really?
Yes, they have preschool programs, Center for Performing Arts programs, Honors College and ROTC programs, dual enrollment and student internship programs, not to mention 16 advanced placement courses, 30 varsity sports, and over 50 high school clubs and activities.
Sounds like they do have a program for everybody. Programs, get your programs!
In the Mill Creek School District.
Otters fans, if you're looking for the best hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, legendary margaritas, and fresh-baked bread, then look no further. Texas Roadhouse, located at 7475 Peach Street, Erie, is the place for legendary food and legendary service. Whether you're looking for a special occasion or just a night out with good food and friends, think Texas Roadhouse. And don't forget to cut your wait time by using their famous call-ahead seating. That's Texas Roadhouse, 814-864-9494.
What's 10,000 square feet with 100-plus arcade games, all set to free play, including air hockey and one round of glow golf, all in one great space?
If you said Playport Erie Arcade, Erie's largest indoor arcade center, you're exactly right. And if you haven't had a chance to stop in and enjoy all those old favorites and new challenges, now's the perfect time. Race your friends head-to-head with the 4-player simulators, ride motorcycles, boats, skis, and more. Playport has bowling, pinball, basketball, hunting games, and of course, all for a one-price admission. Come on into Playport Arcade. It's like having that feeling when you wish you were a kid again. Yeah, that's the feeling you'll get at Playport Erie Arcade.
Playport is more than just an arcade.
Playport is Erie's first indoor glow golf attraction. It's like walking into another world as you enter the glow golf room filled with neon and different fun obstacles at every hole. Playport is fun for all ages.
And now for a limited time, grab 3 people along with yourself and take advantage of the 4-pack special. But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
Playport Arcade on West 12th Street in the Big White Building just east of Peninsula.
I beat my best score. I love this game.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Aaron Cooney with you. Second period getting underway between a scoreless Bulldogs and Otters here after 20 minutes. As Hamilton slides it up the near side, out trying to clear their zone. Mitch Byrne keeps it alive. Throws it over cross place, looking for Sambrook. He's in the neutral zone. As it's cleared back on towards center. Lashram, he'll slide it into the zone. They were offside, so Sambrook leads the charge ahead. Throw this one towards the net. Stopped by Carty on the loft. Moved behind the goal. Slid around by Jack Hanley. The Otters will take. Bouncing down low. Max Stewart trying to chase it down. Throw it on for DeBrinket. Away from him, and Sambrook lets the shot rise over the cage. Off the glass as Erie pushes it back towards the blue line. Nobody home. Byrne was activating. Lodney was passing it to where he was. Back down ice to Erie territory. Here's Byrne. On ahead. One touch by Pettit. On for Fellows. Poked towards the goal. And poke checked away by Carty. Fellows behind the net. Working on near side. 1 minute and 5 seconds in. Roughed up by Lemke along the near board. Strome sends it on through. Candela is there. Watched by Kyle Pettit. Directed across. Turned over. Fellows has it. Looking hands off Newman. One-timer off the mask of Carty and out of play. A lot of steam on that one from Brent Newman to quickly get it away. Goalless in his last 19 games, just 2 points over that time for Brent Newman, looking to get off the schneid. But it all starts with a turnover by the Bulldogs in their own zone. Fellows on the nice steal, and the opportunity for Newman. Snuffed out by the mask of Carty. There's Darren Radich at the face-off wing. Lost the puck in the circle. Puck checked by Candela. Played up cross ice, and Newman's going to keep it alive here. Give it back down low. Kyle Pettit in a career season for number 15. On his way. Points, goals, and he has the steal here at center. Rich shot. Stopped again by Carty. That's a couple steals for the Otters. Turnovers along that far wall, right on the half wall by the Hamilton Bulldogs. Two good opportunities for that line by the Otters in the forecheck. Newman and then Kyle Pettit. Draw to the right of Carty. Face off Lynn Erie. Here's Fergus. Head fake. Sends it on down for Christian Gurney down the near corner. Rubbed into the boards. He tries to pry himself loose, as does Garrett Podubny. It's Gurney still with the puck. Two white shirts, they poke it loose, and now it's McShane following up. Anyway, stick handles around one. Knocked off the stick to Fergus. Gives off to Darren Radich at the blue line. Wrist shot off a leg high and out of play behind the goaltender Carty. Now scoreless first period. Just the fifth time this season that the Otters have been held scoreless in the first. And only the second time on home ice that the Otters have been held scoreless. They lead the OHL in scoring during the first period. 49 goals this year. The second place team, first period scoring, it is these Hamilton Bulldogs. Here's Martin. Tossed it on in front, poked away from McShane. Cramarosa, and a break down the left wing side for St. John. Lashram towards the goal, going to Cramarosa. Pass behind him, and Gurney now for Erie. He goes cross ice, the dish onto McShane, ducks around the check, but lost the puck to St. John as Jesse Sabin went crashing in front of the Otters bench. Puck sent onto the near side. Good eyes from Alan McShane. Receiving that pass, he had to reach out for it. At the same time, knew the check was coming. Jesse Sabin had him in the crosshairs, unable to connect. And an icing call upcoming to the Bulldogs. Here, 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the second period. Aaron Cooney, I got you here, Erie Insurance Arena, live from Erie, Pennsylvania. For the Otters in this building, 17-0-1 on the year. Near perfect. And on a 12-game winning streak on home ice, that's the second longest in team history. Vladimir gives it on to Darren Radich. Pushed ahead for Maximovich. Into the zone they come. Here's Vladimir, waiting, firing. Couldn't get the pass through, and shot instead to be stopped by Carty. On right wing side. The other way in the counterattack for Hamilton. Here's Petty. Sends it out in front. Nobody home, but slips on the far side for Luff to let one go. Off a stick. Nobody knew where it was. It's gloved down by Matthew Strom and sent behind the net. Petty on for Luff. Played it with a glove. Luff can't play it right now. He does. And there's the whistle for the hand pass. The faceoff will come outside the Otters zone. Bulldogs still looking for their first shot on goal of the frame. 14-4 it stands right now. Otters with all four shots in this period. As the draw sent back to the Hamilton zone, gathered at the line, Connor Walters tosses one in. Off the goaltender Joseph Muraka, and his first start with the Otters. The pass out towards the blue line. Nobody home, would split right between everybody. All the way down ice, here's Walters. Back behind his own goaltender now. Pettit, Newman, Fellows out here. Forced a couple opportunities and a couple turnovers to get some offensive chances. Fellows now taking the puck offsides had he dragged it in with Pettit ahead and Luff the freebie. He'll lift this one towards the honor zone. Off the glass, Luff in the far side corner. Turn it out in front. Gold jersey to take away. Ahead for Kyle Pettit. Lurching down the right wing side. Bounce one in front. Newman couldn't pick it up. He'll find it in the corner, Brett Newman. Turns down the near side. Option down low with Fellows. Rolls away from him. Candela elevates it this way. Got underneath that. He's saying it went off the glass. It sounded like it may have hit off something. But they're sending Candela to the penalty box. Entwistle lefty. All pleading the case that that one was deflected out. And our first penalty is a delay of game call to the Hamilton Bulldogs, and Cole Candela sitting 2 minutes. Otters went 0 for 2 on the power play Wednesday night against the Bulldogs. The top-ranked unit at 26%. Bulldogs 76% on the PK, 19th in the league. There's Darren Radish. He's off the brink at one-timer. Stopped by Carty. On the near side, battled for Pettit, who has 16 power play points on the year. And second in goals is Mackenzie Entwistle just buries Max Simovich along the far board. Puck is still loose here. Lodnia trying to get it on, but it's taken away and fired down ice by Walters. Pettit 9 power play goals. That's second in the league. It's Darren Radish leading the march ahead. Weaves between the D. Works it on far side. Pins it along the wall. Hit by Jesse Sabin. DeBrincat takes his place up at the blue line as it's worked down to the corner. Maximich tried to center. That was a no-go and fired around the horn to bring it back at neutral ice. Ivan Lodnia. Right back to DeBrincat. Chips it on for Pettit. Into the zone, the Otters come. Looking to set up shot. Rubbed out of the play. Nice move by Adam Leach from the body positioning, but they can't clear. Darren Radish from the near side now. Elevated pass to DeBrincat. Right side. Picked up by Max Simmons. Goes cross ice. Lodnia back up the blue line. And ahead of Alex DeBrincat. And there's the clear. A near steal here. They dangle with it. Falling down one more time is Leishram. They knew the man was ahead, so they just dump it in and change. You're doing too much. Not getting the puck on net on the man advantage. Now they're down to just 33 seconds with it and offside on the entry with the second unit coming off. We saw some different personnel in the first unit. You're missing Dylan Strom and Taylor Radish. Maximovich and Lodnia taking those places. Just have not been able to connect. As Sandbrook backs off. Leaves on for Newman on the right wing side. 25 seconds remaining with the man advantage. Dawson Carty slows this. Handling, he'll just blast around the boards. That gets through two and all the way down. It's Murdaka. 1-4 checker in. That's Petty. Forces the hand. Sandbrook will take out of the corner. Cross ice for McShane. Left wing side. Send it around behind the net. Oh, strange foul. May have caught Pat Miners, the referee, but the Otters find it in the offensive zone. Tie take it down to man of edge. In front for Biley. Backhander off the side of the cage. McShane drag it out in front. Comes to Fergus. His shot off the shoulder and bounces back out in front. Denied by the Hamilton Bulldogs. Carty comes up with another in-tight save. Directed by Walters onto the far side. Candela is out. We're even strength now. Thrown in front by Sandbrook. Nobody home. Newman reels it off the board. Plays it down the near side. Taken by Walters. Skies it out to center. 13:15 to play. Second period. Still no score from the Erie Insurance Arena. The rematch from Wednesday night. As Garrett Podubny of the Otters. Poke checked away by Entwistle of the Bulldogs. Fergus split it offside. And now Mitch Byrne has to back up. Fellows fumbles the puck. And it works back for TJ Fergus to leave it out to center one more time. Lifted back towards the Otters zone. Settled down and played off the glass by Byrne, and Fellows gloves it down. Moved ahead off the skate of Garrett Podubny in his zone. Throwed it towards the net. Picked up out of play nicely by Carty. The whistle. And the defensive zone draw coming up for Hamilton. A couple of top-ranked prospects for the Bulldogs coming into the 2017 NHL draft. Mackenzie Entwistle will be with Team Cherry at the CHL Top Prospects game. Also on Team Cherry is Ivan Lodnia. Shot from the blue line. Byrne went wide, but sliding out to catch it was Carty. But Entwistle and Ivan Lodnia, the teammates with Team Cherry. And then Matthew Strolling, the other A-rated prospect, part of this Bulldogs team. They'll be on Team Orr later on at the CHL Top Prospects game. As Hamilton knocks the puck out to center ice. Cade Robinson will find it. He skates across the line, ducks the check, hands off to Pettit. He'll backhand it down the far wall, furthered along by Robinson. directed to the near side. Pettit trying to crash in. It's Matthew Strom. Tied up by Kyle Pettit in the near side corner. Squirts loose. They find Strom again. Ahead for Sajin. He's it onto the right wing side. Cramarosa sticks around one man, but lost the handle. Finds it again behind the net. Edwardson loses the stick for the Otters. Cramarosa, the blue line. Sabin puts it on down for Sajin. Right back up, 8 in white. Jesse Sabin, the former Otter, launched this one off the stick. Settles behind, off the glass of the Otters net, and played onto the near side. Cramarosa out of the near side corner. Wait, in front, off the backdoor play. Byrne trying to defend it away. Knocks onto the far wall to Kavicius. He's out the blue line. It's Gleason now. Wrist shot through traffic. Never made it on net. To Kavicius. Back down low. Matthew Strom trying to backhand it out in front. Stuff attempt. Denied by Murdaka. Good shift here in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. And a penalty coming up to the Otters now. Gleason winds. Fires. Dave made. Rebound in front. Turned towards the net by Strom, but the whistle had sounded. And the Otters are going to the box. Carson Edwardson, the guilty party. Feisty in front with Matthew Strom. And a hooking call. Able to get their first power play opportunity against the Otters in the second matchup and final one of the season between the two clubs. As they hold in Petty. By the left wing side, Luff. Wrist shot. They made Murdaka. Got his own rebound. Stuff attempt and stopped by a crawling Joseph Murdaka on the save, and Erie clears. A great try from Matt Luff, but the better save from Murdaka. They lose the handle along the far boards, and Radish will clear one more time for the Otters. 30 seconds off the clock on the penalty. Will Benton, he can fly. We'll try the right side. Softly send it in. Strom looking to go retrieve, but it's Radish for the Otters, spinning it around the far board. Popped up off the stick of Petty. Settled down by Matt Luff. Free agent signing of the Los Angeles Kings. An impressive training camp with them after the invite. And give on to Gleason. Now Strom holding from the right wing circle. Strom's love that circle. And it's pushed out to the blue line. Gleason doesn't shoot, blocks the line. Give it on far side for Luff. He'll step into one. The cross pass goes to Strom off the skates. Can get the one-timer away as he holds down. Down low, Benton. Station out in front, Petty. And now to Gleason. Waits, a wrister through traffic off a stick high. Settles behind the net. Will Benton now. Gives on far side for Luff. Off the boards and it skips out. Here he gets the free clear and they'll try to bring it right back in. Long changes for the Otters. It's a PK unit here in the second. Dragged on in left wing side by Laystrom. Tied up nicely by Darren Radish. He's been out here pretty much the entire PK. And may not have a chance to get it off the ice here. He stays from center ed. The puck in Hamilton territory. 18 seconds on the kill. Work down near side. A poke check from Fergus. Another try. He'll clear off the window and down ice. Five seconds on the penalty to Carson Edwardson. And they'll try the left wing. And it's Sajin. Cross corner. Bounced off the boards. Byrne will send it out ahead to center. Couldn't be settled down by Edwardson. And it'll go for an icing call on Erie. With 9:08 to play, second period. No score from the Erie Insurance Arena. Fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners. Complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Through 31 minutes here at the Erie Insurance Arena. draw to the left of Murdaka, who made a huge save on Matt Luff on the power play. Got his own rebound after a shot, and Luff kicked it out with the left pad. Remains scoreless here. Both teams 0 for 1 with the man advantage. As Will Fitton a chance right wing side, busting down, pass in front, off the sliding Sambrook, got it right back, Fitton. Sharp angle shot is denied by Murdaka. Penalty coming up. This one's going to go against Hamilton. Will Fitton, I think it's the guilty party. He pleads his case to Pat Myers. With the traffic in front, and Fitton knocks down one of the Otters, and Erie getting their second power play. Face-off win. Otters set up shop. See if they'll simplify things a little bit. But this one, tossed in front, deflected off the top of the cage, and settled by Carty. Great look from DeBrincat. Ivan Lodnia and the Otters 1-3-1 power play. DeBrincat sends it to the middle of the ice. The nice redirect by Lodnia sends it on the goal. A great reactionary save from Dawson Carty. Sends it on top of the net. Gains the whistle. Draw to the right of Carty. 11 seconds off the penalty time. And the Otters win the draw. They'll set things up. Maximovich. Darren Radish near side to Brinket at the circle. Give it on to the blue line. It's Radish again. Wrist shot. Blocked. Chopped out at the corner and bounced behind the net. Bennett trying to gain body position. Pushed to the boards, but the Otters sling it around the near side. Out of the reach of Alex DeBrincat and on down the Otters line. Quickly moved ahead for Lodnia. In some trouble, lost the puck at center red. They back up, and Hanley will send it down on the volley. Darren Radish receives. Here's Maximovich right back to Radish. Right wing side to Brinket with a little bit of speed. Gets into the zone. Gives off to Maximovich. Otters looking to set up and get in their positions here. Little out of whack. As DeBrincat on the left side, now takes the pass. Wines doesn't shoot, back in front for the one-timer wide by Maximovich. DeBrincat keeps it along the boards. Nice little hedge fake. Gives out to Darren Radish at the blue line. 50 seconds on the power play. Otters reset DeBrincat. Sets up Radish now. Back to DeBrincat. Couldn't take the one-timer. Pass on cross ice. Set up Radish. Scores! It's in the mail for Antti Gale. Darren Radish. The try from the blue line. It's 1-0 Erie. Now, if you're going by numbers, the Otters' fourth power play chance against the Hamilton Bulldogs in the back-to-back games. And at 26%, they notch one here. Darren Radish, the shot from the point, gets through traffic. 1-0 Erie. Murdaka will slow this one down. And hold on as Radish pulls the tie. Matthew Henderson. For the Flint Firebirds, 36 points on the year, leading defenseman. And his younger brother, Taylor Radish, sits behind, now a couple points behind Alex DeBrincat for the league lead. He'll pick up an assist, number 12, an 11-game point streak for Alex DeBrincat. And now the scoreless tie broken, 1-0 Otters lead at home. They average 5.1 goals per game on home ice, the Erie Otters. Below that mark right now is bounced around, down one of the Otters. Strome gives on the left wing side. Petty dragging out in front. Glove down. Strome has it now. Trying to toss in front. Takes it behind the net. Gives on towards the blue line. Off the stick of Garrett Padubny. And it skips the Hamilton ice. 6.5 to go from the second period at the Erie Insurance Arena. Somebody finally got on the board. It's Darren Radish, and the Otters lead 1-0. Played on down ice off of one of the Otters. That was Radish. Loose down to the far corner. Radish directed up on ahead. Nice pass to Edwardson from Robinson. He'll send it in from the red line. Carty comes down. He'll play it. Flies up the near side. Biley back towards the goal. Defended nicely by Saban. Still loose along those far boards. Robinson going to knock it away, but it's chopped out to center. DJ Fergus of the Otters. Bringing it on left wing side. Looks all the way down to the bottom of the circle. Gives to Robinson. Couldn't take the pass. And now look out. Cramarosa flying to it. Murdaka will come out and play it from the Erie zone. Directed around the boards to the near side. Cade Robinson. One hit on the stick. That'll get out to center. Settled by Saban. On for Sajin. He'll backhand it off the body of Fergus. Backhand up the near side. And down ice by Sean Biley. Jesse Saban. It was a second-round pick of the Erie Otters back in 2013, and a penalty coming up. In on goal, Murdaka has to cover now. As hauled down on the play, just coming into the Otters zone, was Cramarosa. And TJ Fergus, the guilty party, with 5:20 to play, second period. With a chance on a man advantage for the Bulldogs to even things up. Otters third on the power play. Team percentage of 85.7. Trails London and Windsor. The Otters fan on the play. Couldn't clear Lodney, and they skip it off a stick. Bounces onto the far side corner. Luff can recover. On the goal line, Bitten. Back for Luff. Directed around the boards, Petty. From the near side corner, gives on to Strom at the blue line. He'll skate down right wing side. Makes his move, wrist shot blocked by Sandbrook. Still loose, they score! It's Strom! Brings it down from the right wing wall, bounced around, finds it in the slot, and beats Murdaka. We're tied at 1. Well, the whole beginning of that power play was kind of discombobulated for the Otters as they won the face-off. A set face-off play to get a man open on the near side. It was Lodnia to let the shot go, but it flipped up on him, stand on it. Erie couldn't clear to start, and Hamilton kept possession of the offensive zone since then. And Strom just good work driving the cage. The shot originally blocked, finds it again, and beats Murdaka. We're tied at 1. Bounce around on the far side. Fox offside. They're just seconds after the face-off to get back into action. But Matthew Strom on the board to tie it up against his older brother's team. As Garrett Podubny slide it out to center from his own end. Fox on back for Candela. He'll lead the march ahead. Toss it in from the red line. Martin, a little miscommunication between Martin and Wayman, and Entwistle comes crashing on in. Fox as well. Wayman against 2. And to help out Alan McShane. It's Entwistle taking it onto the corner. Trying to give the blue line. Good reach from Podubny, but they get it back on in front. A chance. Bitten fires. Save made. Loose in front. Entwistle jamming. But it stopped Murdaka on top of it. I'm not sure if you ever really saw the shot. It bounced around so much. Then ended up in the crease. He just laid on top of it. Murdaka gets the frozen puck. And 4:09 to go second. The lead didn't last long for the Erie Otters. 1-1 here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Spot 4 in the Otters zone along the near side. Turned by Maximovich on for Fergus. Maximovich out of the near side corner. Fergus one more time in front of his own net. Able to direct it away before Strom. The Otters still trapped in their own end. Strom providing the chase. Darren Radish had lost the stick now as Fergus looks for the man ahead. It's DeBrincat getting into the zone. Going to leave it on right wing side. Adlodny, but it's taken away by Petty. Flying left wing side. It's the brakes on Darren Radish. Bumped by DeBrincat. Took the puck away. They got a man ahead. Looking for Lodnia. Here comes Ivan. Lodnia moves in. 5-hole. It's stopped by Carty. Then launched off the body of Alex DeBrincat to center. Now it's Petty's turn. Cuts in front. Petty. Save made. Murdaka. Tossed in front. Luff is loose. But Murdaka covering up along the far post. And holding on. To go. Chances on both sides. Ladnia couldn't beat Carney on the breakaway, and Nicky Petty, a nice move around the defender. And he was unable to beat Murdaka. As the Otters slide this one out to center. The final 3 minutes of the second period. Walters sends it out to center on the skate. Fellows will throw it ahead. Settled down by Jack Hanley. At the far circle. Just throws it up. That's gloved down by Brett Newman. And still loose in the offensive zone. Here's Newman. Man in front. Trying to get it that way. It's intercepted by Walters. Fellows was the man stationed in front of Carty. Hanley to Roberts' right wing side. Fan on the pass. It's loose at center. Nudged ahead by the Otters. And Walters controls. Nice pass through a seam onto the left wing. But a good defense by Stanbrook, and the Otters take away. Mitch Burns. Tossed ahead, intercepted, look out, they set up. Stajan with the slapper. It's blocked by Stanbrook fearlessly as they turn the puck over. Now Max Silvich returns. Going to give it on to Brett Newman. Bounced onto the near circle, rather. They find Darren Radish. Wheels down to the circle, chip it towards the net. That one wide. DeBrincat. Going to give out to Fergus. Didn't get enough steam on that one. Defenseman went down. They find Kramerolta. Hamilton down the right wing side in the offensive zone. Holds along the line. Hands off to Gleason. 2 men on him. Bouncing puck towards the slot. Took a bump. Otters trying to work it away. They cannot. Kramerolta still kept it alive, but finally bounced ahead. And DeBrincat with a chance. Wrist shot. Blocked. Loose in front. Pushed on. The Otters trip over each other, and Darren Radish keeps it alive. Rolls off his skate. And sent out to center. Kramerolta chases as Fergus gives off to Darren Radish. The final 85 seconds here. Second period. Moves on for Ladnia. Off his backhand. Airmailed ahead. Good hand-eye coordination by Darren Radish. Will Vinton was ahead, and that one bounced. May have had a chance with that great break and skating ability. Here's Gleason. It's defender. His shot. Stop Murdaka. Radish on the near corner. Push it off the body of Fox. Keeps it alive offensively. Down low for Vinton. Man in front is Entwistle. Goes that way. Going to get the shot up. It's still behind the net now. Vinton in the final minute. The 1-1 game. Throw it off the side of the cage. Poked away by Fergus. Fox follows up on the near corner. Hamilton in the zone here. Holding his Saban. Wrist shot through traffic. Where's the puck? Stopped there by Murdaka, and then Vinton kept whacking away. And a couple picks on Joseph Murdaka, who did not like that. Every mix up. Murdaka in there with Lemke. A little shove back. Joseph Murdaka. And his first action with the Otters. We get a lot of everything here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the first penalty was coming up to Will Vinton in front. Referee Pat Myers is right down in the corner and pointed right at Vinton to start. And I wonder if the Otters even things up or not. It's just Vinton. And Erie's going to man advantage. .3 on the clock, and unsportsmanlike conduct to Will Vinton. You can see the couple of kicks where the puck just launched in the equipment of Joseph Murdaka. Not sure where, but he got the whistle eventually. And Vinton kept going after the Otters goaltender. To the man advantage goes Erie. They'll have to start from their own end here after the clear. Darren Radish has scored the power play goal to open the scoring here in the second. Erie will have some time in the third should this carry over. 27 seconds left in the period with the man advantage as Maximovich into the zone. They're going to give on far side. Turned around by Lashram. Pettit in to help out. Puck rolls down to the corner. 3 Otters there. 3 white shirts as well. Nudged ahead. Darren Radish at the line for Erie. 12 seconds to go. DeBrincat holds. Waits. Makes room for himself. Shot was blocked as the Otters turn it back in front. Intercepted by Lashram. Fired down ice. That'll end the period. a goal apiece. Each on the power play. Darren Radish for the Otters. Matthew Stroh for the Bulldogs. 1-1 after 40 minutes. And now look out. Stajan on down the right side was after Joseph Murdaka. And Darren Radish gives a little shove. This all after the whistle. Both teams trying to head down to their locker room. The Otters have the tunnel between the benches. The Bulldogs. No love lost from Wednesday. As both teams will head back now with cooler heads prevailing, and 18 minutes to cool off even further. 1-1 after 40. You're listening to the Erie Otters on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Hey, who knew Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, could play hockey?
Well, I have to do something in the winter.
And Joel's game winner was a 1 in a million shot.
Like All the Money Millionaire edition.
Yeah, the new game from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $1 million.
It's a real game changer. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
My daughter needed a nebulizer for her asthma. So the first thing I did was call my healthcare concierge to see if it was covered. It was no surprise to me when she said that it was. But what was surprising was that she then called the medical company, scheduled the delivery, and before I knew it, someone was here explaining how it works. I mean, who does that?
Customer service, unlike anything you'd expect. UPMC Health Plan.
The Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join us for the pre- and post-game celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill. Let us help you fuel up for the high-energy game with our extensive menus and craft brew selections. You Otter be dining with the best.
Northwestern Pennsylvania winners? Don't let them keep you from driving. Instead, drive more safely in an all-wheel control Mitsubishi. Among sedans, the Lancer is absolutely the lowest priced all-wheel control car in the market today. Only $17,700 right now at Interstate Mitsubishi. The all-wheel control Outlander Sport is the most affordable CUV in its class. It's priced right now at only $18,990. With the 2016 all-wheel control Outlander, you can drive up to 7 passengers more safely at the incredibly low price of only $21,990. All of our vehicles offer top safety features and are covered by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Buy an all-wheel control Lancer for only $17,700, an all-wheel control Outlander Sport for only $18,990, or a 7-passenger all-wheel control Outlander for only $21,990. Get outside this winter. Drive to Interstate Mitsubishi 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price based on 2016 model years, MSRP, stock number 3540, 4066, 3634, plus tax, title, license, and dock fee.
All the exciting action of OHL hockey.
The Erie Otters
on Fox Sports Radio, 1330, The Fan.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Special guest here this evening, Vince Lace, assistant coach with the Hamilton Bulldogs now in the Ontario Hockey League. Vince, thanks for doing this. Thanks for hopping back on. Great for old times, and I hope you had a great holiday and everything.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys again, and it's great to see the Erie Otters doing great again in the Western Conference.
Let me ask you this one first. How difficult was it to make the decision and to leave the Erie Otters and go and advance your career as a coach and even climbing up the ladder yourself, now joining the Hamilton Bulldogs?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely hard when an organization gives you the ability to get your feet wet in the league and with a winner. That doesn't happen every day, and to come to the conclusion that I need to continue to progress in my own career, it wasn't an easy decision to uproot my family because they're from the PA area and many other different things. But again, I'm great organization. I'm thankful for everyone there, Dave Brown, Chris Knobloch. It's been fantastic, this whole transition, and it's gonna be a good game tonight.
Yeah, but before we get to the game a little bit later on tonight, what has been the transition for you in joining this club? I mean, all new faces, and you went through it before 3 years ago with Erie, but to do it again just so shortly actually, after joining Erie and getting accustomed and everything, then to make the move?
Yeah, I think that, you know, when you come to a new team and just getting to know the personalities every day, it doesn't take too long. You know, and then having kind of a past history with a few of them from the Toronto area, knowing them that way, it was easy to get into the mix here and adjusted to what was going on. But no, it's been great. Hamilton Bulldogs is a fantastic organization and great city.
I want to ask you about the coaching staff. What have you picked up from these guys? When you go from, with Chris Knobloch and where he's at now, assistant coach with Team Canada right now, watching him on TV, and now with John Gruden, we know everything going on with him from last year with the Flames didn't work out, but this guy's so highly touted coming out of the U.S. and everything. What's it like working with this guy, and then what have you picked up from him?
Well, I can tell you they're different personalities. They both have their strong suits, and for me, I feel very fortunate to see both sides. I mean, and John is with the program, the U.S. development program, for numerous years. So I mean, he's not shy to the international play as Chris is right now. But you know, to see and to listen to the different philosophies and the different cultures which are bred for both successful teams, I think that it's for me for growth again, and to see that, I mean, I'm just very lucky to be around that, you know, to see that, the difference.
Now, you've had some talented guys over with the Erie Otters, and we'll say Dylan Strome for one. Now you come here and you're working with the youngest brother now, too. What's it like personnel-wise with this other group? I mean, you do a lot of skills and development still with the ATC. With this group here, what's the challenges on the ice and in getting them to develop their games as well as you did with the Erie Otters for the past 3 years?
Well, in terms of the challenges, I think it's just like anywhere else. You know, their schedules and trying to balance our games and their schooling and not giving them too much information with their systems and our skills and our training and our nutrition, just like anywhere else. So I think that's pretty much the challenge of it all. But they're doing a great job. Like Matt's a pleasure to coach. I mean, he's you know, like he's touted as an A prospect right now. So again, to coach 2 out of 3 is nice.
What's it going to be like when you walk out there? I know they had the preseason games, but when you walk out and get onto that bench here at the First Ontario Centre, and you look over and there's the Erie Otters bench, and you just sit there and you realize, like, this is my team now here on the other side.
Well, I want to beat them. So it's just that simple. I mean, I'm a competitor at heart. I mean, I don the black and gold now, and but I have a lot of respect for them, and we know what we're getting into tonight. So we better be sharp.
And you should have the inside advantage here, knowing these guys for the last 3 years, and a lot of mainstays still around. I mean, without Radish, Chernak, and Strome, but to bring it a gift for the Otters, somehow now making the USA team. How do you prepare these guys? What's the inside message that you've preached in working with your coaching staff and taking it to with the Hamilton Bulldogs?
Well, yeah, just knowing the systems in and out, knowing what they've preached and what they're going to do. I mean, and again, getting Alex back, you're 1 and 2 in PP and PK in the league and up in the top. So I mean, we got to be playing hard and advancing pucks and playing fast. I mean, that's just the bottom line, or else we're going to be in for a long night.
All right, thanks for this, Vince. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we can do this again on Saturday.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, thanks, Vince. More hockey coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian food in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street, near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
SEO, text message marketing, social media.
As a business owner, you know the best way to reach customers is online.
Viral videos.
But you don't have time to keep up with the latest digital marketing technology.
Web design.
That's where Local Edge comes in, especially for the one term you're most concerned with.
ROI.
As a full-service digital marketing agency, Local Edge offers turnkey solutions to grow your business online. From search engine optimization and marketing, to social media, to mobile advertising, to video promotion. Our expert support team is ready to customize a program to your needs and track results throughout the campaign. Plus, as a division of the Hearst Corporation, Local Edge is backed by the largest, most diversified communications company in the nation. So when you're ready to generate leads, find new customers, and increase your revenue, talk to the digital marketing experts. Visit localedgemedia.com. Think digital. Think Local Edge.
National Fuel says, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130. If you detect something that smells like rotten eggs, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the premises immediately and contact National Fuel from a different location. Do not use your phone or turn on a light inside the area. Immediately leave the premises and call National Fuel's emergency line. Play it safe and remember, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130.
Tim Hortons holiday treats? Oh, but there's so many. Okay, stay focused, Dave. Remember, it's for the office. Okay, definitely one peppermint hot chocolate, red velvet muffin. Ooh, I want a cinnamon bun iced coffee.
And some mint chip Timbits, and a gingerbread ice cap, and chocolate mint filled cookie with peppermint bark.
Come into Tim Hortons and let our holiday treats bring out the child in you at participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time.
I'll just take one of each, thanks. It's for the office.
Keep up on all things Erie Otters by following us on social media. Follow the Otters on Twitter and Instagram at Erie Otters, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Erie Otters Hockey. You'll get up-to-the-minute news on all things happening with your Erie Otters, so check us out on social media today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, friction on the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Caleb McLaughlin, normally the man behind the Otters Twitter account, but tonight I will be bringing you the UPNC intermission report. The Erie Otters still without Dylan Strome, Taylor Radish, Eric Cernak, and head coach Chris Knobloch. They're at the World Junior Championships right now, but we'll jump right into the Arctic Spa recap. The Otters are tied with the Hamilton Bulldogs at 1 after 40 minutes of play. It's been a fairly uneventful game thus far. There's 20 shots to 16 for the Otters, but only a couple goals. There was nothing in the first period. The Otters had 10 shots in the first period, but none of them were particularly dangerous, and Hamilton Bulldogs goalie Dawson Carty was able to make the saves on those. Joe Murdaka starting for the Otters tonight. His first career start with the Otters since being acquired from Mississauga Steelheads. Both Carty and Murdaka have played for the Steelheads in the past. The second period was scoreless through the first half until Darren Radish shot from the point on the power play for the Otters. The puck found its way through traffic and passed Carty to make it 1-0, but the Hamilton Bulldogs got that one right back as Matt Strome, the younger brother of Dylan Strome, Otters captain, and 2017 NHL draft prospect, shot from the circle on Murdaka. Murdaka made the save, but Strome got his own rebound and scored blocker side just minutes before the second period ended. That's where we stand right now, 1-1. Again, Otters leading shots 20-16. We're on the penalty kill when we come back for the third period. And now it's time for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with best. A few other games tonight on this New Year's Eve in the OHL. Earlier today, the Mississauga Steelheads defeated the North Bay Battalion 3-1. Flint Firebirds lost to the Windsor Spitfires 4-2. The Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds beat the Guelph Storm 3-2 in the shootout. The Niagara Ice Dogs are losing to the Kingston Frontenacs 3-1 in the third period midway. And the Barrie Colts and Sudbury Wolves are tied at 0 halfway through their first period. And that's it for tonight, this UPMC Intermission Report. We'll be right back with third period hockey on Fox Sports Radio 1330 The Fan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office, from faxes and copiers to multifunction printers. Now we don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for Sharp document systems. And most importantly, they will maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Programs, get your programs!
You know, Mill Creek schools have all the programs you need.
Really?
Yes, they have preschool programs, Center for Performing Arts programs, Honors College and ROTC programs, dual enrollment and student internship programs, not to mention 16 advanced placement courses, 30 varsity sports, and over 50 high school clubs and activities.
Sounds like they do have a program for everybody.
Programs, get your programs!
In the Mill Creek School District.
Otters fans, if you're looking for the best hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, legendary margaritas, and fresh-baked bread, then look no further. Texas Roadhouse, located at 7475 Peach Street, Erie, is the place for legendary food and legendary service. Whether you're looking for a special occasion or just a night out with good food and friends, think Texas Roadhouse. And don't forget to cut your wait time by using their famous call-ahead seating. That's Texas Roadhouse, 814-864-9494.
What's 10,000 square feet with 100-plus arcade games, all set to free play, including air hockey and one round of glow golf, all in one great space?
If you said Playport Erie Arcade, Erie's largest indoor arcade center, you're exactly right. And if you haven't had a chance to stop in and enjoy all those old favorites and new challenges, now's the perfect time. Race your friends head-to-head with the 4-player simulators, ride motorcycles, boats, skis, and more. Playport has bowling, pinball, basketball, hunting games, and of course, all for a one-price admission. Come on into Playport Arcade. It's like having that feeling when you wish you were a kid again. Yeah, that's the feeling you'll get at Playport Erie Arcade.
Playport is more than just an arcade.
Playport is Erie's first indoor glow golf attraction. It's like walking into another world as you enter the glow golf room filled with neon and different fun obstacles at every hole. Playport is fun for all ages.
And now for a limited time, grab 3 people along with yourself and take advantage of the 4-pack special. But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
Playport Arcade on West 12th Street in the big white building just east of Peninsula.
I beat my best score. I love this game.
It's Erie Otters hockey
on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330 The Fan.
WFNN, Erie.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Tied here after 40 minutes. 1 apiece. The Otters will start with a minute and 17 seconds of power play time. That carried over from a Will Bitten unsportsmanlike call at the end of the second period. Otters held below their average of 5.1 goals per game on home ice. The Otters were held scoreless in the first period. This is the 5th time all year. Second on home ice. We come back here from the UPMC intermission report. Fresh ice for the Otters to use the man advantage. Top-ranked power play, now 1 for 4 against the Hamilton Bulldogs in the 2 games played. Welcome everybody in. Watching on the OHL live stream and Rogers Action Pass. 1-1 here from the Erie Insurance Arena after 40 minutes. Aaron Cooney along with you as we get back into action. A minute and 17 seconds of power play time for the Otters. Gets underway. The clock is not moving for some reason, but here we come. Tossing it down to the near side. Swept up. Picked up in front by Pettit. Knocked away to the near side corner. Directed on Maximovich. Darren Radish, cross ice. It's Alex DeBrincat. Darren Radish. Near side, Maximovich. One-timer. Got underneath that one. And out of play. As Maximovich wants to go down. On a one knee to let that one loose. Puck kind of flipped up and he took it up out of play behind Carty. Now there's 25 seconds off the clock, but the power play time hasn't moved for some reason. So they're getting that worked away right now. Pat Myers over to the box. They got to adjust and take the 25 seconds off the power play. There's Will Benton in the box. The unsportsmanlike call that carried over from the third, or from the second here into the third. It should be a 52 seconds. They get that squared away down here. There we go. 52 on the clock. Let's get back to action. The Otters, a power play goal from Darren Radish in the second. As Maximovich lays it for Alex DeBrincat. The march ahead into the zone. Kyle Pettit protects, sends it around the horn. Erie Lake getting into the zone here. Lodnia is able to make his way towards the tie-up with Lasham. Lasham able to get the biscuit free and fired on down ice. 30 seconds on the man advantage. And Alex DeBrincat will come out from behind his goal with some speed out towards center across the center ice logo. But the pass intended for Kyle Pettit ends up deflecting into the Hamilton bench and out of play. The draw from the neutral zone. They'll trade Lodnia for TJ Fergus with 21 seconds on the power play. Radish settles down a rolling puck and gives off to Fergus. Skate out to center ice. Lofted onto the air side around Saban. Fergus will chase it down. Trying to get to the puck first. It's fired around the horn. Kept alive by Maximovich. 4 seconds left here. Darren Radish trades places. Drops it off of Fergus. Hands off. Here's DeBrincat moving in. Wrist shot off his stick wide. Or even strength now. Bounced onto the far corner. It's DeBrincat. Trying to hand off to Pettit. Nudged onto the far side board. Darren Radish takes control and leaves it for Fergus. Right back Darren Radish. Center point. Unable to shoot. Spins away from him. That's Will Benton just out of the box. Even strength here. Radish trying to leave it out in front. Taken away off his stick and skating ahead is Will Benton. Lemke joins the rush, as is Kutkavicius. But the Otters steal. Darren Radish settles it down along the far side corner. Here in a 1-1 hockey game in the Erie Insurance Arena. Third period. Nearly 2 minutes in. All knotted at one. All the scoring coming in the second period. Only 2.5 minutes apart. Then on down ice, no icing. As Jack Hanley may have gotten a piece of that bouncing puck. He launches this one on down ice. This one will go for icing on the Bulldogs. Otters 3-1-2. Tied after 2 periods, their record. Bulldogs 2-1-1-1. They move on to the right wing side. Same situation when tied after 2 periods. And sent on down ice. Matthew Strom, the goal scorer for Hamilton, chasing the puck. That was a power play goal. Split up the far side. Byrne turning around. Pushes it up onto the point area, where it was momentarily kept in. Then finally taken the other way by Erie and launched in. That time by Christian Gurney. Directed out to the blue line. Byrne keeps it alive. Sliding it onto the near side boards, where Sandbrook activates his turn as he throws it. That goes off a twig in front. Never made it on goal. Sent down ice one more time. Icing call upcoming. As Connor Walter is the guilty party. Launching it down ice. And off at his own draw. Unable to change it. Hamilton. 17:10 to play third period. Maximovich, DeBrincat, Lodnia line takes the ice. Otters missing Dylan Strom and Taylor Radish. They felt as Team USA 3-1 in that final group round robin game. On the middle rounds of the World Junior Championship. As DeBrincat takes the puck off the draw, lets the shot go high. On the glove hand side, Fergus activates, keeps it alive. He's chased here by Strom, turned around, and a penalty coming up to Matthew Strom. Got the free hand around him and spun
TJ Fergus around. As DeBrincat directs traffic, they get the extra man on. Off goes Murdaka. It's DeBrincat with a penalty upcoming to Matthew Strome for holding. Touched up on the far side by Lashram. Erie to the man advantage. The fourth time on the evening. Matthew Strome guilty of holding. And on the draw. One back by Entwistle. That's freed up, though, by Maximovich. On for DeBrincat. Erie looks to set it up here. They give off to Darren Radish. Maximovich right back to Radish. Set up to DeBrincat. Doesn't shoot. Throw it in front. Off a stick. Loose to the near side. Maximovich curls it back out to the point. Darren Radish. One-timer. 6-8 made. Bounces up high. Lemke gloves it down. Rim it around the far boards. Kept alive by DeBrincat. Spins at the half wall away from Entwistle. Darren Radish at the point. In a bit of trouble here. Skips on. Fortunately to DeBrincat. Let the shot go. Deflected in front, but wide by Lodnia. Really looking for that play. Darren Radish keeps it alive. Sends it down for Lodnia. Trades places with Maximovich all the way down to the corner. Lodnia will take it behind the goal. Looking for DeBrincat. That's intercepted to the reach of Entwistle. All 6'3" of them. And then he'll clear 44 and white. Moves in the neutral zone. DeBrincat. Steps in front of Matt Luck. As they find Pettit left wing side. Protects from Walters. Takes it in behind the net. Kyle Pettit is now to the blue line. They set up shop. A minute on the power play in a 1-1 game. Maximovich. Left wing side. Cross ice. DeBrincat. That's taken off the wall. Turns it back on to Darren Radish. Gives left. Maximovich winds up. Half flapper looking for that deflection again. No dice. There's Radish. On for Maximovich in the far side circle. Holding from the line. Now they make their move in down low. Off a stick to pass. Settled down. Flagged by a high stick by DeBrincat. They touch it up, so we're all good on the near side. Pettit comes out of the pile-up in front. Lodnia blocked in front. Slips on the near side circle. Erie keeps it alive. 27 seconds left. DeBrincat the one-timer. That was blocked. Radish finds it. Wrist shot. Blocked in front again. Lodnia turns. Fires it off a body and out of play. With 5 minutes off the clock in the third. I think Walters is the last one that gets a leg on it. As Lodnia pulling the puck out of traffic and wristing it towards the goal. It skips up behind Carty out of play. 19 seconds on the power play. Cade Robinson after the face-off win. Gives out to Stanbrook. Here's a shot high. Catches the glass. Fergus, little chip. Sending it on for Brett Newman to Fellows. Turns it behind the net looking for Robinson. Blasts around the near side by Petty and around past Stanbrook. They'll get the clear. Out of the box comes Strome. We're even strength. TJ Fergus on for Stanbrook. Along the near side, neutral zone. It's free. Saban tosses it. Cross corner. Trent Fox is there. Petty is there with him. They give off to Petty. Right back to Fox. Changes behind the play for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Stanbrook roughs up Fox into the far side. Those two, a nice little bout the other night on Wednesday. That's at First Ontario Center. Petty and Newman. As Newman slides on the far side. Candela activates, kicks it down low. Behind the Otters net, Stanbrook. Little stick lift, opens things up. Brett Newman can take the puck, launch it on ahead. Was trying to find Patrick Fellows. It's taken away here. Now Gleason controls for the Bulldogs. But over 6 minutes into the third period. All knotted up at one. There's Candela. Plays it off a stick, and it does trickle down into the Otters zone. Wayman is there. On far side, Stanbrook. Nice pass to Robinson. Flying down the right wing side. Cade Robinson to the goal. Chips it to the net. Stopped by Carty. But he draws the call. A flashing call. And Erie, shortly after the power play, they get another one. Nice pass from Jordan Stanbrook on the far board. Finds Cade Robinson in stride late in his shift. He's able to glide towards the goal. And a nice play. Still looking for his first OHL goal. Cade Robinson, first-year man, draws the call. Here he's going to the power play again. Got a good attempt, too. Flipping it on with the backhand. Here's Maximovich. Third power play opportunity. Partial one, at least, for the Otters in this period alone. This one skied off the glass and out of play. No penalty for puck over the glass with it deflected on out. And the face-off will be inside Hamilton territory. This one fired forward by Hamilton. Darren Radish to track it back at his own circle. No march ahead. Radish will look for the drop. Nope, keeps left wing side, leaves it there for Pettit, and now directs it around the horn. Now onto the near side, Lodnia gets there first. Sends it to the blue line, it's Alex DeBrincat. Now Maximovich. DeBrincat poked away, stripped to the puck by Love. They got a hustle back to the line. Not very urgent along the blue line. There's 3 men up there. As it's sent back out the center one more time. Alex DeBrincat with 63 seconds on the power play. Gives off to Sean Biley. Second unit partially coming on. Biley wheels. Gives off to Darren Radish. Fergus just on left side. They go that way. Off the left wing circle. Backs up half ball. Darren Radish now waits. With shot high through traffic. Fergus throws it down behind the net. Here's Biley. Waits. Fires. That's a stop from Carty. Bouncing behind the net. Fergus guided around the far side. Lodnia hustling. Keeps it alive as Bitten crashes into the boards. Played out towards the point. Nobody home for Erie. And 30 seconds on the power play. Biley with the second unit hustling on. They'll drop it off for Jordan Sambrook. Erie would have been offside if they played it. They bounce it towards the zone. Petty knocks it back out to the blue line. And Sambrook battling away, but Petty sends it back for Lemke. Near side for Sabin. And launched on down ice. That should just about do it on the power play. 10 seconds left with it. Strome watching. Fergus takes it out left side. Otters 1 for 5 with a man advantage and unable to do anything much here in the third, but there's 3 chances on the power play. Here's McShane, even strength now. Drags the puck behind the net. Petty drapes all over him. Tries the near side. Directed it off the side of the cage. Played off the body of Hanley along the near side corner as Biley ties him up. McShane still trying to drag it on loose. Took a couple whacks from Petty. Strome tries the near side. Reverse it on down. Does it have enough steam for icing? It does. It's back Sambrook. Another offensive zone draw coming. They're trapped in there for a little bit. I wonder if John Gruden's going to use the timeout. A couple guys doubled over. That was Hanley. And there is the timeout from Hamilton. I think that made the most sense. They were kind of trapped after the PK. Some battle work down low. And eventual icing call. Can't blame them for resting up the troops here. With an offensive zone draw coming for the Otters. 11:06 to play. All tied at 1. Goal scoring coming in the second. Darren Radish from Kyle Maximovich and Alex DeBrincat. And then a power play goal for the Hamilton Bulldogs. Matthew Strome pretty much doing it all for himself. Assist to Nicky Petty and Matt Love. But it's been the goaltenders from there on out. First action for both goaltenders with their new teams. Carty acquired for a 5th-round pick from the Kitchener Rangers Wednesday morning. Didn't play in that game as Byrne lets a shot go. Blocked in front, trying to get it towards the goal as Podubny rolled off the stick. Back in action here in the third, a tie game. Garrett Podubny now stick handling with a sharp angle shot. Loose in front. Battled for along the far post. Still trying to dig loose. It's off the cage and knuckled to the near side. Foul by Cramarosa. Overskated and Patrick Fellows comes crashing in. Out to the blue line. Byrne fires wide on the glove side. Bounces out. Waitman keeps it alive. Fellows poked away. Sagan can bounce it out to center. Now controls. Sends the rolling puck on down to the far side. Inside Erie territory. Reach from Wainman. Knocked loose, but Cramarosa still battling away. It's Wainman who comes out of it to pile up with the puck, but lost it on the far side momentarily to Lashram. Gathered again by Hamilton. That's the near clear. They come in 3 men strong. There's a one-timer. Candela. Big rebound. Candela got it back and sends it wide on the left-hand side. The Otters, they push here. They got a 2-on-1. They're trapped behind. Here's Maximovich and Lodnia. Looking for Lodnia. Tied up to Brinkett. Couldn't find the puck as a pass nicely defended on the back end. Midway through the third. That was the first odd man break, I think, outside of the Robinson charge earlier this period. They've been giving up a whole lot of space like that. They've been rather controlled, the Bulldogs. Almost got burned on that one, but a good defensive effort. Deny the pass as Erie is offside entering the zone. With 9:40 to go here in the third, we're all tied at 1. Otters fans meet our neighbors at the new Arena Bar and Grill, located at 723 French Street. It's your official before and after game meeting place. That's the Arena Bar and Grill. Just a saucer pass away from the Erie Insurance Arena. To go, third period. In the Erie Insurance Arena, where the Otters are 17-0-1. Only one overtime loss and 18 tries here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Maximovich throws it onto the near side. Lodnia, as the Otters get to the offensive zone to bring it, chips him to himself towards the goal. He kicked it. Carty pokes it away. Maximovich, man in front. Lodnia couldn't take the pass. His poke checked away as Fergus directs it on for Darren Radish. Otters throw it right back into the zone. As the Bulldogs take, Matthew Strome protects. Puts it between his legs for Petty. As it's jammed back the other way by Walters. Taken by Darren Radish. Surveys the scene, goes to a defensive partner. That's Fergus. On for Lodnia, streaking through the offensive zone. Lost the puck and turns it over now right wing side. Here comes Luff with a try from the circle. Pass in front. Denied. Turned around. That's Strome trying to find it. Get it towards the net. Cannot. Knocked on the corner. Played up for Gleason. Holds, plays it off the stick of Maximovich, just keeps it alive in the offensive zone. Darren Radish up the wall, Matthew Strome now. From the far side circle, down low for Luff. Working in the office, Matt Luff. 10 goals on the season, comes all the way up high. Gives near side for Sabin, wrist shot. Through traffic, it's stopped by Murdaka, and a penalty coming up to the Otters. It'll be Fergus and Strome. And they were going to skate 4-on-4. Fergus was getting the call that I think Strome is going for diving. A cross-checking call to TJ Fergus. And then Matthew Strome comes off. Yes, it is an even up. The unsportsmanlike for diving. So 4-on-4. Here, first time tonight. The face-off will stay inside the Otters zone. With 8:27 to play here in the third. The embellishment call. The 4-on-4 will skate. Otters have Maximovich, Lodnia to bring it off forwards for the moment in time. As McShane stick handling into the offensive zone, leaves it for Kyle Pettit, swoops through the near side, tucks it towards the net. Not a lot of steam on it, protected by Carty on the far post. Behind the net still, now onto the corner. Pettit leaves it out for Mitch Burns. Got a stick on it, popped up, blocked down by Burns. No shot, and ahead goes Gleason to skate with a trailer and Vinton. Stick handling, here's Gleason, winds up, fires, snapped it just wide, whistling it past the glove of Joseph Murdaka. Tie up along the near side to bring it out here with Darren Radish as it's pushed on ahead. Give it on left wing side, McShane. Right back for Darren Radish. He drops it off the Brinkett, trying to go back to Radish. Got a chance, lifted it high. And over the net. Loose on to the near side. Erie has it. They're trying to change behind the play. Erie has an opening. They give off to Brinket. One-timer. Too sharp of an angle. Wayman keeps it along the near side boards. Entwistle turns the puck over. Here's Maximovich. Walks into Brinket. Shoulder save made. Carty digging away for the rebound. Carty had it covered and gains the whistle. Hamilton a little careless in the defensive zone. Mackenzie Entwistle tried to pass it out to center ice. Came right to Kyle Maximovich to set up Alex DeBrincat. Carty moving left to right, comes up with the shoulder save. Still tied at 1. 4-on-4 for another 40 seconds as the puck knocked out to center. Josh Wayman controls. Out here with Darren Radish, Kyle Maximovich, and Alex DeBrincat for the Otters. They're foursome. And Darren Radish, the puck, back in his own circle. DeBrincat slides through. Trying to get some speed as they're forced behind their own net. Kukavicius chases Radish all the way out to the neutral zone. Left onto the near side for Wayman. Playing conservatively, he was on back as DeBrincat. Nice move, gets into the zone, takes the pass, gives to Maximovich. Then it ducks down the left wing side, tied up by Walters. Now they'll come off. DeBrincat will make the change. Nicky Petty has control, 2-in-1. We're back to even strength, 5-on-5. Walters again, out ahead for Laishram. 3-point night Wednesday against the Otters, 2 goals and an assist. On for Petty left wing side. The wide drive, poked away nicely. Good stick from Sandbrook, but they recover. Stajan taken away by Christian Gurney, trying to move it ahead for Lodnia. Good read from Petty. Knocks the puck out of midair on the aerial pass. Now Lemke holding from his corner. Right side they stop. Candela, Lemke. Back behind the net to the far side. Still stuck in their own zone. Stajan can direct it out to center ice. Picked up on the left wing side. Into the zone they come. Firing a shot was Laishram, but they were offside. Grimorosa a bit ahead. A little pushing and shoving as Christian Gurney lets Laishram know he didn't like that. Final 5:48 of regulation time and a 1-1 game. Here for the Erie Insurance Arena, final game of 2016 for these two teams. The New Year's Eve matchup. And both teams on the road tomorrow. Hamilton will head to Peterborough. The Peterborough Peaks red hot. And the Otters will see the Kitchener Rangers at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the New Year's Day matinee. Here's Candela from the near side corner. Trent Fox jamming up the near boards after the Otters got in the zone. Not very long as Entwistle and the stretch pass from Bitton. Pulls from the near side circle. Mackenzie Entwistle shot. They made Merdaka and then finds the rebound to cover up despite traffic from Fox and Bitton. The draw to the right of Joseph Merdaka. Niagara Falls, Ontario native, who actually played against the Erie Otters earlier this season. When he was with the Mississauga Steelheads, came in as the relief goaltender, got 22 shots in a little over a period of action. As the Otters watch this one on ahead and stretch for Brett Newman, beats out the icing call. Chips it to himself to the far corner. Battling with Jesse Sabin in the far side now. As Brett Newman roughed up a bit, trying to push and shove and free the puck up. Battling still with Jesse Sabin. Newman gets feisty at times. Didn't approve of that. DeBrincat got a puck. Look out. Gives out to Newman. The pass off the twig of Sabin, who slid. Gave up the body to block it. They come the other way on the counter. Fellows couldn't find it. Left wing side. Gleason draws the call. Petty has a tripping call coming up to the Otters. A shot from the point wide. Settles behind the net. Luff comes out far side circle. Goaltender off. Extra man on. It was Stajan. This one bounces off the far boards and down to Hamilton ice. They'll get the extra man. That power play upcoming. They still control the puck. Stajan tossed it on in. Floated to the far corner and settled by Sambrook. We will have the call. It'll be Patrick Fellows. The guilty party. A slashing call that tripped up Ben Gleason. And the Bulldogs get their third power play chance. Big time here. 4:25 to play in the third. The Bulldogs get the opportunity. Bounce down to the line. Held in on the right side by Lemke. Stages. Hard check there from Byrne. The puck free into Brinkett. Slides it down ice. It's Stages. Goes on to Lemke. Skates the stick into the zone. Battle as they slide onto the far side. Entwistle tied up with Lashram, and Sandbrook lodged the helmet of Adam Lashram. He has to come off as the Otters clear. And holding behind his own goal, it's Gleason. Nicky Petty goes cross-ice. Here's Bitten. Burst of speed down the right wing side. It's the breaks now, directed on to Gleason at the blue line. Cross-ice pass, it's Matt Love. Waits, he'll try the left wing side. Down to the circle, play it down low. Bitten pitch out in front. Look out, loose on the save from Murdaka. The rebound is cleared. Murdaka comes up with another big one. 19 of 20 for the recently acquired Joseph Murdaka as Fergus rubs Will Bitten into the far wall. Darren Radish turn around, rolling puck towards the Otters goal. Luff takes it, directed on to Gleason at the blue line. 40 seconds on the power play. Too much air on that pass, and Erie will send it down ice. On the receiving end was Fergus to end eventually clear. Under 3 to play in a 1-1 tie. Ahead for Bitten at the blue line. Beeline from Luff towards the goal. Couldn't take the pass. Loose on the near side. Newman blasts it on down. 20 seconds left on the kill. Crowd of 5,046 enjoying every minute of the PK. In the final 10 seconds, directed up to the near side for Entwistle. Slowed down along the half wall, taken away by Brett Newman. Going to get around Hanley at the blue line. Able to knock the puck down and send it on for Walters. It's out of the box from Patrick Fellows. The Otters have killed it off. Erie's penalty kill 2 for 3 tonight. Fellows trying to hop off. He does. It's Newman. Skates the other way into the offensive zone. Stops along the blue line. Pass on across. Loose in the offensive end. DeBrincat overskated. And it's knuckled at center. Here's Darren Radish coming back in. Trying to stick handle through 4. Knocked away. Too many white shirts and twigs. And back down to the near side. Kukavicius. Taken into the boards by DeBrincat. Now gets the puck back from Lavia. Here's Lemke at his own circle. Candela left wing side. Ahead to Cramarosa. Dumped in by Lashram. Got his helmet back and onto the ice. Stajan battling in the corner. DeBrincat throws the man down, and Alex DeBrincat's going to go. A holding call as he got crossed up with Adam Lashram. And a holding call to DeBrincat. And it's the Bulldogs going back to the man advantage here. The minute and 35 left in regulation time. Turkey on the table here for Hamilton in the final 90 seconds. Luff down to the near corner. It's Will Bitten. Former Flint Firebird. Back on to Luff. Skates up to the circle. Holds at the half wall. Waits. Throw it off a body of Fergus. Loose on the near side. And it's Kyle Pettit. Angle it up the board. Off the body of Kevin Hastings, the linesman. As they work it back in right wing side. Petty takes a shoulder from Darren Radish, but moves the puck near side. Lashram was tied up. The puck is free to the near side. Luff in there as Matthew Strom directed up the boards for Gleason at the blue line. He can let it go. Gives off to Luff. They hold. Lets the shot go. Held by Murdaka. On the stop. 51 seconds in the third. We'll go by that clock. Hamilton on the power play for the remainder of regulation time. You can see Kyle Pettit just coming into your screens on that right side. Double it over the whole way. Back to the bench to get a breather. As the Otters are realistically missing 2 of their top face-off men. DeBrincat being one of them. He's in the box. Dylan Strom was away, who would also serve in this situation. Kyle Pettit, you're left with him. He's your number 1 centerman, face-off duty-wise. He'll head to the bench, gets a little breather as the Otters call a timeout, because you were going to want him out there for that draw. He steps back onto the ice after a little bench sit. On the clock, tied at 1 apiece. The Bulldogs looking to take 2 games from the number 2 team in the CHL, Erie Otters. New Year's Eve crowd into it. The face-off to the right of Murdaka. Petty for Pettit. Bounce down to the near side. Otters directed down. Radish will rim it up the near side. Off the glove of Gleason. Bounce down to center. Pettit still looking for it. Luff able to knock it away. And Benton controls, skating down left wing side around Fergus. Bounced it off a stick of the Otters defense. They played to the blue line, kept by Gleason. Give it on the right side. Petty. Gleason at the blue line. Holding from the right point, gives to Strome. This is where he scored his goal. Makes his move, hands off to Petty instead of along the goal line. They trade places. Matt Luff, left side. Doesn't shoot, walks in. Rinster goes high. Gleason grabs from the far board. With 15 seconds on the clock. Gleason at the blue line, has a lane, drive, stop made, rebound in front. Murdaka looking for it, whistle sounds. All the traffic in front. Joseph Murdaka finds it. .4 remaining in regulation. The Otters have been involved in the least amount of overtime games out of all OHL teams, just 4. Staring down the barrel at number 5 unless Hamilton is successful in 8 seconds. The tie-up onto the far corner. Radish will take it. Played up the near side. That'll get to center, and that will send us to overtime. All tied at 1. After regulation, we'll take a break. Overtime next on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Hey, who knew Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, could play hockey?
Well, I have to do something in the winter.
And Joel's game winner was a 1 in a million shot.
Like All the Money Millionaire edition.
Yeah, the new game from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $1 million.
It's a real game changer. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Programs, get your programs.
You know, Mill Creek schools have all the programs you need.
Really?
Yes, they have preschool programs, Center for Performing Arts programs, Honors College and ROTC programs, dual enrollment and student internship programs, not to mention 16 advanced placement courses, 30 varsity sports, and over 50 high school clubs and activities.
Sounds like they do have a program for everybody.
Programs, get your programs.
In the Mill Creek School District.
National Fuel says, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130. If you detect something that smells like rotten eggs, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the premises immediately and contact National Fuel from a different location. Do not use your phone or turn on a light inside the area. Immediately leave the premises and call National Fuel's emergency line. Play it safe and remember, smell gas, leave fast. Then call 1-800-444-3130.
The Otters skate here.
Fox Sports Radio.
1330, The Fan.
Back to action as the Otters take the puck into their own end and then fire it down ice. It's 4-on-3 overtime with the power play remaining. Now 10 seconds, Alex, to bring it in the box. Gleason marches ahead. Leaves the right wing side for Benton off his skate. 5 seconds to go with the man advantage. Played out the center. And out of the box comes to Brinkett. Lemke chases it down into his own end. 4-on-4 here until the next break. Gleason back behind his own net. Gives off to Entwistle. Turn the puck over to Maximovich. Peels off along the blue line. Directs it on for Darren Radish. Has the only goal for the Otters. Stick handles around one man. Radish played on in front. Pinball around. Backhander. Radish still loses. They collide to the goaltender. It's pulled off by Lakeström and off to the Bulldogs. Left wing side. Entwistle offside on himself, and Radish comes in with extra measure. With 58 seconds off the overtime period. And I think warnings are going around after the hit from Darren Radish late on Entwistle. We will go back down to 3-on-3. The advertised overtime in hockey. Vladimir Maximovich Fergus for Erie. Petty, Bluff, and controlling is Hanley. They back up to their own end and lugged ahead. Bluff, pass intended for Petty, directed away by T.J. Fergus on the backhand. They'll try the right wing side, the Bulldogs. Bluff flies down the left wing. They can't get the puck to him. They double back as Hanley guides it up the near side board. There's Luff to control. Almost ran into his own man, offside on the play. Maximovich gives Luff a piece of his mind after Luff let the shot go after the whistle. Both teams will change in the face-off just in front of me here in the neutral zone. Luff just recently returned to the Bulldogs. First action in a while was Wednesday. And now Cramarosa controlling. Cramarosa on for Kusevicius. Down to the right wing corner. Pushed out to the blue line. They still control the offensive zone. It's Cramarosa left wing side. Up high along the blue line. Skates the strike. And from the right wing circle, looks to make his move. Protects the puck from McShane. 3:05 remaining here in overtime. And the Erie Insurance Arena all knotted up at 1 on New Year's Eve. Cramarosa behind the goal. Steps out to the far side. Circles on the right wing circle. Leaves it there for Walters. Drops it off Kukavicius. At this point, you're just keeping the Otters at bay. They can't take the puck. They turn the puck over, however. Here's Kukavicius spinning around Darren Radish. Hands out to the blue line. Walters shot. That caught McShane. Strips him of the puck, and out goes McShane to center. Not a whole lot of gas for these two forwards. DeBrincat, though, holds the right wing side. In front, McShane to try. Scooped up by Carty after Alan McShane got loose. Well, they were trapped in their own defensive zone much of that shift. So you got to give credit to the Bulldogs on that one. Keep the Otters' creativity at bay. As now Benton controls the face-off. Pettit comes off. Maximovich replaces him. Now Gleason. Out of the Hamilton zone they skate. Right wing side looking for Benton. Missed on the pass, but he'll reel it in behind the net. As he wins the foot race and goes behind the Otters goal. Strome swoops through as well. Benton tries the near side. Hands off at the circle. Gleason. Does not shoot. Trades places with Strome. Shows the puck. Now holds at the right point. To throw it in front off the stick. Guided there by Lodney. Bounced around. Chopped back behind the Otters net. Maximovich will grab. With under 2 minutes to go. Here in the overtime period. Maximovich, there's a too many on the ice. Should have been. And they do get it. Oh, a mistake from Brandon St. who hopped over the bench right in front of Kyle Maximovich, bringing it in. The call made. By the officiating crew, and the Otters get a power play chance here in overtime. 4-on-3 power play, and it'll go the length of the overtime. Here's DeBrincat, stick handling in the circle. Darren Radish, center point. As the only power play goal for Erie. Wrist shot, save made. Hardy was patted in front. Pettit, DeBrincat, Maximovich, Darren Radish. And out of the face-off, 1 for 5 on the power play for the Otters this evening. Darren Radish, right side. And he'll hand it off to DeBrincat now. In the middle of the circle, gives back to Darren Radish. Does not shoot. The right-hander, DeBrincat. Back to Darren Radish, pitch and catch. Right back to Radish. Still doesn't shoot. They'll trade places again. Go down low, Maximovich. Darren Radish, Maximovich. Darren does not shoot. DeBrincat now does not shoot. Still holding the Otters. DeBrincat lets it go off the leg wide. Picked up by Maximovich. Alex DeBrincat from the right circle. Comes down low, trying to move it in front for Pettit. Nothing to pull back behind. DeBrincat strong on his stick. Drag it out towards the front. Hands off back. Doesn't shoot. Radish is open. Save made. Hardy sliding left to right. Reverse to the far side. All the way down ice. The clear for Hamilton. 50 seconds left in overtime. DeBrincat will move it ahead. Skates on left wing. Dishes it off to Darren Radish. Pettit being replaced by Lodnia, who grabs now to DeBrincat. Top of the circles, walks in. Radish on the right side. Back in front. The pass defended. Maximich holds on. Final 30 seconds. Cross ice. DeBrincat. Wrist shot off the leg. Sliding in front, I believe, was Luff to get a piece of it and knock it out to center ice. 20 seconds of the power play. DeBrincat carries the mail to center. Into the zone now. Leaves it for Radish off the touch from Maximovich. Lodnia along the goal line, right corner. He'll head behind the net. DeBrincat now doesn't shoot. Darren Radish waits in front. Lodnia fans on the play on the back door. 3 seconds ago, whip it towards the goal. Radish could not get it there as Tutkevicius blocks it. We will need a shootout. We'll set for a break. The shootout is next as they clean the ice. It's our 90-second break right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
What's 10,000 square feet with 100-plus arcade games, all set to free play, including air hockey and 1 round of glow golf, all in one great space?
If you said Playport Erie Arcade, Erie's largest indoor arcade center, you're exactly right. And if you haven't had a chance to stop in and enjoy all those old favorites and new challenges, now's the perfect time. Race your friends head-to-head with the 4-player simulators, ride motorcycles, boats, skis, and more. Playport has bowling, pinball, basketball, hunting games, and of course, all for a one-price admission. Come on into Playport Arcade. It's like having that feeling when you wish you were a kid again. Yeah, that's the feeling you'll get at Playport Erie Arcade.
Playport is more than just an arcade.
Playport is Erie's first indoor glow golf attraction. It's like walking into another world as you enter the glow golf room filled with neon and different fun obstacles at every hole. Playport is fun for all ages.
And now for a limited time, grab 3 people along with yourself and take advantage of the 4-pack special. But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
Playport Arcade on West 12th Street in the Big White Building just east of Peninsula.
I beat my best score. I love this game.
Keep up on all things Erie Otters by following us on social media. Follow the Otters on Twitter and Instagram at Erie Otters, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Erie Otters Hockey. You'll get up-to-the-minute news on all things happening with your Erie Otters, so check us out on social media today.
Your authority for more local sports than any other Erie radio station. Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330, The Fan, Erie. For up-to-the-minute scores, prizes, and a whole lot more, it's sportsradio1330.com. Make it your homepage today.
Here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters and Bulldogs need a shootout to find a winner here on New Year's Eve. Power play goals for both teams. Those in the second period. Darren Radish for the Otters. Matthew Strome for the Bulldogs. And after 65 minutes wasn't enough, we'll head to the shootout. For the Otters, they have not lost the shootout since December the 6th of 2014. The team to do that was the Belleville Bulls. So the franchise after the move, the last one to defeat the Otters in a shootout 2 years ago. Devin Williams outstanding last year in them. The Otters did not drop a single one. As Erie elects to shoot second. Matthew Strome will open things. It'll be Strome versus Joseph Murdaka of the Otters. And his first game with Erie, first action on the ice for Erie. As Strome comes out wide from the bench and takes it wide back right. Loops back into the zone, snaking his way towards the goal with a shot. He scores. Strome, the power play goal to put the Bulldogs on the board. And the shootout goal that puts them ahead. 1-0 to Brinket. 0 for 1 this year. He skates down middle of the ice, doesn't shoot, goes the forehand, trickles right off the paddle of Carty. Looked like he wanted to go 5-hole, and then Carty took it away. The Brinkets kind of ran out of real estate at that time. Matt Luff next. Put Erie in a do-or-die situation as Luff boots out left, makes his way to the middle of the ice, fires off the pad. Stop Murdaka. Ivan Lodnia next. 3 for 4 lifetime in the shootout, including 1 for 1 this year. The shootout winner against the Gulf Storm back in October. Lodnia slows things down, goes to the final, he scores! Lodnia along the ice. We're tied at 1. Bremerosa, the third shooter for Hamilton. The left-hander comes wide left, hits the top of the circle, moves on in now, goes to the forehand, trickles it home. Murdaka just not long enough with the right leg as Bremerosa takes it right and then tucks it home with the forehand. TJ Ferguson must score here. 1 for 2 career. Ferguson, middle of the ice, hits the hash marks, goes to the forehand, he scores. We're alive. 4th round coming up. Will Vinton next. He'll be the 4th shooter. Montreal Canadiens pick. Lots of speed. Scores. Fires glove hand. Erie must score to continue. And it'll be Kyle Maximovich with the tap. 0 for 3 on the career. Wide left. He moves on in, goes to the back, and can't put it home as it rolls off his stick to the Hamilton Bulldogs. And the Otters their first shootout loss in 2 years. 2-1 the final as the Otters fall for just the second time at the Erie Insurance Arena. Shootout loss is the Bulldogs. We'll head to Peterborough with 4 points from the Erie Otters. We'll step away for a break. Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show is next, right here on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Whether you're a student athlete, a seasoned competitor, or a weekend warrior, UPMC Hammett Sports Medicine is the only regional program with more than 30 years of experience treating sports-related injuries. From sports injury prevention to specialized treatment, visit us in our facility located in the Bayview Center at 100 Peach. UPMC Hammett Sports Medicine is recognized for its expert treatment and rehab of any sports injury. Count on UPMC Hammett Sports Medicine, the choice of area athletes. Visit upmchammett.org for more information.
It's time to celebrate. Tim Hortons is introducing new smoked ham as part of the 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal. That's 2 breakfast sandwiches with egg, American cheese, and your choice of sausage, bacon, or new smoked ham for only $4. It's the kind of deal that you should save for a special day of the week, like every day. Tim Hortons 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available on standard breakfast sandwiches and wraps for a limited time plus applicable taxes. Single sandwiches and wraps at regular price.
The Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join us for the pre- and post-game celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill. Let us help you fuel up for the high-energy game with our extensive menus and craft brew selections. You Otter be dining with the best.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where the Otters' 12-game home winning streak comes to an end at the hands of the Hamilton Bulldogs. 2-1. The final in a shootout. As, you know what, you can chalk this up to a lot of missed opportunities for the Erie Otters as part of this one. Hamilton did a great job defensively. Erie could never really open things up much, but when they were given opportunities, 6 power play chances, including a power play in the overtime frame. There just wasn't enough in the tank, and Erie unable to capitalize at all. And they fall in the shootout. The final there, 3-2, to get the extra goal and the extra point. As Hamilton, well, the only team to beat the Otters in a shootout in the last 3 seasons. It was the Bulldogs as the Belleville Bulls 2 years ago, where Jordan Subban had the game-winning shootout goal on December 6th of 2014. And here, the game winner goes to Will Bitton, a 3rd-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens. To put the Otters ahead, or to put the Bulldogs ahead, and the Erie unable to cash in on their next chance as Erie falls 2-1 in the shootout. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. I'm Aaron Cooney, and we're going to recap this one for you. The New Year's Eve game, where the Otters had won their previous 3 New Year's Eve challenges on home ice. They dropped this one. That streak ends in the hands of the Hamilton Bulldogs. As a recap, a scoreless first period, just the 5th time this season that the Otters have been held scoreless in the first period. As Erie outshot the Bulldogs 10-4 to start. Both teams picking up steam into the second period. And on the power play, the Otters' second opportunity of the night. It's Darren Radish along the blue line. Time running out on the power play. First unit, you can tell, was getting tired, but Radish lets the shot go from the blue line, seeks through some traffic. Radish has his 8th of the year, ties Matthew Henderson, league lead with points. 1-0 Otters. But the power play for the Bulldogs. 2.5 minutes later, and the younger brother of Dylan Strome, it's Matthew Strome, makes his move from the right side, comes into the circle. It's the shot go that was blocked. Finds the puck again between the dots, right in the slot, puts it home past Joseph Murdaka in his first start with the Otters, as Murdaka gave him all the opportunity to win this game, but tied at 1 after 40 minutes. Third period, no scoring. Erie outshot 7-5 in that period, as they're out on the game. Erie out shooting the Bulldogs 28-22. But nobody else could get past the goaltender during regulation time. As even in overtime, the Bulldogs had a power play that leaked into the extra period. Erie able to kill it. The penalty kill was pretty good for the Otters, 3 for 4. But it's the power play that struggled here tonight. And much like the beginning of the season, you're just missing that cog that can smoothly run everything, and that's been Dylan Strome since he's come back. And working without him, a couple new pieces onto the man advantage. The Erie just has not been able to get it clicking in the 2 games here since coming back from Christmas. Goes 1 for 6 on the power play, including a 4-on-3 man advantage at the end of overtime. No dice would send us into a shootout. And Matthew Strome will open the scoring, the only goal for the Hamilton Bulldogs during the game. He opens the shootout with a goal, beating Merdaka. Alex DeBrincat next. Could not cash in. Matt Luff would be denied on the left pad of Joseph Merdaka, allowing Ivan Lodnia, who's now 3 for 4 on shootout goals, shootout attempts in his career, 2 for 2 this year, ties things up at 1. Grammarosa, the third shooter, tucks it past Merdaka to take the shootout 2-1. Fergus had the score for the Otters, and he does so. CJ Fergus, 2 for 3 in the shootout his career now. 1 for 2 this year. But the Otters, that was all they could get past Dawson Carty. As Will Bitton, third-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens, would snap it past the glove, using a lot of speed to back up Joseph Merdaka deep into his crease, opens up the net. Shootout 3-2 in favor of the Bulldogs to get the extra point and take the game 2-1. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Aaron Cooney with you, and a disappointing one for the Otters as they'll hop on a bus. Got to get to Kitchener tonight. They'll take on the Rangers at 2 o'clock, so a really quick turnaround for the Otters as they fall 2-1 to the Hamilton Bulldogs, who take 4 points from the Erie Otters. Erie does pick up 1, and they're 51 points now. Still sits 2 behind the London Knights in the division standings. As New Year's Eve game, Otters fall in front of 5,046 on attendance. And then they'll see the Kitchener Rangers. How about this? Kitchener Rangers and Erie Otters 4 times in the month of January. First one being tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You can hear that here. Your home of the Honors, Fox Sports Radio 1330. Pregame 1:45 from the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. As we take a look at tonight's Ironworkers Local Union number 3's Iron Man of the game. Tonight's 3 stars. Bulldogs will take 2 of them. The third star is Darren Radish for Erie. Power play goal is 8th of the year. The only goal scorer for the Otters. Dawson Carty, the second star, stopping 27 of 28 and 2 of 4 in the shootout. And then Matthew Strome with a power play goal during the game, then a shootout goal. Strome, the number 1 star here tonight. I want to wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. For John Kleiner back in studio, we thank him as always. I'm Aaron Cooney saying Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you quickly in the new year. Tomorrow from Kitchener, 2 o'clock face-off. As the final score tonight, Otters fall 2-1 in a shootout. You gain a point, but the 12-game winning streak at home comes to an end. This has been Erie Otters Hockey on Fox Sports Radio 1330, The Fan.
Thanks, Aaron, and a Happy New Year to you and yours as well. 906 Fox Sports Radio, AM1330, The Fan. John Clyde at the Boston Store of the first floor of the Thoroughfare across from Voodoo Brewery. Aaron Cooney at Erie Chance Arena. The Otters and Hamilton Bulldogs just now. Better game than last time, but it is that result in the end that counts. But Erie does get that point since we played extra. We'll be playing again next year, boys and girls. Happy New Year to you and yours. Particularly for those of you listening overseas in Europe. Having to pop into ottershockey.com. A happy, blessed 2017. Do it again, of course, next year. Like I said, 1:45 will be air time tomorrow afternoon. Meantime, 5 a.m. tomorrow will be air for Songs of Zion with DJ Dennis and Hunter. DJ Dennis at it now for nearly 50 years. It'll be 50 years in February. Erie's single oldest locally produced, locally hosted radio show, commercial radio, that is. Started as a half-hour show in 1967, and long since evolved into the 5-hour program. We trust you take some time to enjoy on Sundays. 5 to 10 a.m. here and only here. Sunday morning Songs of Zion, DJ Dennis and Hunter on Fox Sports Radio, AM1330, The Fan. FSL are back on here, meantime. Right now, fan weather for Meteor, the Densville, Ian, and Jet for Weather Authority. Tonight, windy, any rain mixing with or changing into snow showers, ending after midnight. Low total accumulation to 1 inch in most places, 1 to 2 inches in higher elevations. Low 30, Erie 22 to 26 in the mountains. Southwest west winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 35, diminishing after midnight. For church on Sunday, New Year's Day, morning clouds breaking 4 more, afternoon sun, less windy, high 34 to 39. West to south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, increasing cloudiness. Low 30, Erie 24 to 28, inland and mountain, southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Monday, mild, mostly cloudy, chance of rain. High 40, Erie 40 to 45, inland and mountains. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Right now outside the historic Boston Store, heart of downtown Erie, it is 40 degrees. And for the final night of any year, particularly 2016, warm. I do it for yours truly, John Clarence, and the things, thanks for your patrons, your patience, your fanhood. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. God bless more of the good stats be yours. This has been your Otters Hockey here on Fox Sports Radio, 1330 The Fan. Worldwide at ottershockey.com. Worldwide on the web, that is. And before I head out, here from 1961, and the comedy soundtrack First Family, parodied by Von Meter and his company, of the life and political doings of President John F. Kennedy. You'll hear people playing JFK and also Jackie, Caroline, and some more ensemble. Here we go.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? All right, Jackie, you take it here. All right, Caroline, now you come in.
For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne.
Now everybody take it together with vigor.
We'll take the cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
All right. Now let's remember the number to call in New York is El Dorado.
Now, you knew he was pretty good. He was playing well. But you also knew, if you've been around the block a bit, if he was doing this in Sacramento or Milwaukee, nobody would have even cared. People have done that. Flip Murray had a great run in Seattle years ago when Ray Allen was hurt. I mean, we've seen players do this type of thing. Isaiah Thomas, when he was in Sacramento, was putting up big numbers. Nobody was paying attention.
Right.
But the fact that Linsanity took place in New York magnified it, and it was huge.
It was huge.
And but people that knew the game weren't dismissing him like, oh, he's a chump.
Right.
But they were like, look, and you saw it with the contract that Houston gave him. You know, I mean, he got paid.
It was pedestrian.
Yeah, it wasn't like a max type contract. So I would put Rousey way above both of those.
Yeah, I would too, because it just reached such crazy levels. It's close with Tebow because, listen,
you
to be
think
fair,
it got Tebow but
oh man, it was high.
But how many people that knew, again, outside of Skip Bayless, how many people that really knew the sport were raving about that?
Well,
I mean,
that's
Denver knew. Denver was was planning for another quarterback as he was winning games.
John Elway and John Fox were just laughing to themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how we keep winning, but this is great. We'll keep riding this. But yeah, they knew better. They knew it wasn't going to last. They knew you had to time him with a sundial with his release, and they knew that was not a formula for long-term success where he's going to complete 2 of 8 passes like he did against the Chiefs, and you're going to win these games with him running in your defense.
Pittsburgh in a playoff game somehow.
I know, but it got so crazy with that because the dynamic with Tebow that you had, a lot of times opinions turn into more so reactions than anything. So the back and forth with Tebow, you've got these fans of his with good reason. He's a great dude. I mean, if you don't like Tim Tebow, the guy, I don't think you like sunshine or hugs. You're just that type of person. How do you dislike Tim Tebow, the guy? But the people that absolutely adored him, they got so bent out of shape when anybody said anything critical about him that their opinion, which was, hey, he's pretty good in the NFL, turned into, he's the greatest quarterback in the league, you're crazy, he's a winner. But they got so revved up that their opinion turned into a reaction because of the people saying critical things on the other side. It got so hyped where he beat the Steelers, and it was really out of control, Chris. It was to the point where it was just absurd. It was Looney Tunes level.
I knew he wasn't very good, but I don't think anybody wasn't into those games. And they were bad games because he'd be terrible for like the first 54 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
And he'd do something special at the end.
Yeah. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it, but you had to watch it. It was like something surreal or magical was going on. You know?
And the whole religious thing was part of it. And also, you got to go back to that exact period of time. Because looking back, hindsight being 20/20, even the most blind supporters should look back now and be like, all right, I got a little bit too revved up and carried away right there. But in the moment, we're talking about arguably the greatest player in college football history who hadn't had these significant setbacks in the NFL. And his resume to that point, although he wasn't putting up numbers, they were winning games. They won 6 straight games where he's finding ways to pull wins out, you know. So it was crazy, man. It was absolutely crazy how high it got. Because you're just looking like, dude, this is not going to last at all.
Yeah, like you said, among his fans, those loyal followers, yes. Yeah. It was because he was a huge celebrity and personality like Rousey.
Yeah.
The difference to me, though, is that the experts were fooled on Rousey.
That's true. That's a good point.
They were fooled on Rousey.
Absolutely.
They weren't fooled on Tebow.
Yeah. That's the tiebreaker right there. The tiebreaker is the experts. All right,
and I hope she retires. Let's put it that way.
She needs to. Work on movies. You know.
Hopefully she still gets some movies.
Hopefully you didn't screw that up. Roadhouse is like, let's go back to the casting call again. Coming up next from the Geico Studios, it might sound like blame, but it's really just about giving credit. It's the Broussard and No Show right here on Fox Sports Radio.
We're looking out for you during this bowl season.
Championship football, baby.
Just follow us on Twitter at Fox Sports Radio, Facebook.com/Fox Sports Radio, or on Facebook.com/Fox Sports Radio. Your social media college football hookup is right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Did you know that every Chinese food takeout box is designed to flatten into a plate? Or that by turning the tab on a soda sideways, it doubles as a straw holder? Or that hole in a pot handle is actually designed so you can rest your spatula in it? It's amazing how some of the things people use most can be easily overlooked. It's just like TrueCar also helps people get used cars. That's right. TrueCar isn't just for new cars. Their certified dealer network also has an inventory of over 500,000 pre-owned cars nationwide. So whether you buy new or used, you get pricing information that empowers and give you a better buying experience through our TrueCar certified dealer network. Here's another fun fact. TrueCar customers receive discounts off the list price for used vehicles and are more likely to enjoy a faster buying process when they connect with TrueCar certified dealers. So when you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app to enjoy a better car buying experience.
Some features not available in all states.
Message and data rates may apply.
If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Arizona State University is the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 100 highly ranked degree programs 100% online. You'll earn the same degree as you would on campus from wherever you are on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits.
For information, text the word TALK to 35517.
Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 90% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University.
To learn more about ASU online degrees, text TALK to 35517. Again, that's TALK to 35517.
This is Outkick the Coverage with Clay Travis.
My theory is the only time that it's worth really getting excited about the playoffs is if your team can get in and make a run once they're there. Like the Houston Texans are not going to make a run. The Tennessee Titans with Matt Castle were not going to make a run. I don't believe the Miami Dolphins with Matt Moore are going to make a run either. That's the goal, right?
Outkick the Coverage with Clay Travis. Weekdays 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Hear that? That's the sound of safety and the sound of your family's belongings staying where they belong. In times like these, it's important to know how to protect your home, your family, and your valuables. A good strong lock on a solid door and frame can make a huge difference. Most burglars will spend no longer than a minute trying to break in. That's only as long as this radio announcement. Remember to lock your doors and windows. Even the best locks can't protect you unless you use them. Install bright outdoor lighting. If you have an alarm system, use it, and post signs that say your home has an alarm. Trim bushes and trees so your house is clearly visible to your neighbors and your street. If you ever return home to find that someone has broken in, do not enter. Call the police immediately. To learn more on how to keep your home and family safe, visit ncpc.org. That's ncpc.org. Let's all work together to keep our homes safe and sound. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
It's Jason Smith. If it's almost a sport, we've got it here.
This is what he told the Wall Street Journal. He was asked about the quarterback controversy. Quote, "That's one of the things that makes sports interesting. I do feed that. I think there's some of me that wants to stir things up. That probably is intentional." Come on, Jerry Jones. This is a team that's trying to win a championship, and he can't help himself.
It's Jason Smith. Weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. It slices, it dices, with razor-like edges that never need sharpening. It's not a blender. It's not a set of steak knives. It's car windshield. And now it can be yours. Here's how. Next time you're in a car and the driver's driving recklessly, simply say nothing. That's right. Let them change CDs. Let them text other phones. Ignore that little voice in your head that's trying to warn you. And you too can experience car windshield. Passengers who have tried car windshield agree. It's a smash.
Car windshield may not be for everyone, as it can lead to severe side effects and even death. Please consult your physician after you've experienced car windshield. Passengers who wish to avoid car windshield can do so by following simple steps, like trusting their instincts, speaking up, and telling their friends to slow down.
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Act now. Paramedics are standing by.
This has been a message from the Ad Council. For more information, go to youarethespokesperson.com.
Fox Sports Radio, AM 1330. The Fan.
Relax.
Right?
Exactly. There's no need to go crazy.
Done deal. Love it. My takeaway is
just podcast it. It's real easy.
Sounds incredible.
Go to foxsportsradio.com. foxsportsradio.com. Click listen, then click podcast.
Now let's fire this baby up.
All of your favorite shows are just a click away.
Sounds juicy.
We are Fox Sports. Wednesday on FS1.
Play up good. Third, made 3.
Butler looks to upset top-ranked Villanova, followed by Creighton battling it out with St. John.
Doing a 360, it goes down.
Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
the Broussard and No Show here on Fox Sports Radio. Coming to you from the Geico Studios. What does it mean when Geico says just 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance? Means you probably should have gone to geico.com 15 minutes ago. So, Chris, we had Florida State beat Michigan last night. Outstanding game. Absolutely.
Great game.
Phenomenal game. Very entertaining. And Dalvin Cook was just an absolute beast last night. He was fantastic. Off the charts. And it might sound like blame or hidden blame when you start to praise him. It's really not for me, Chris. I'll be honest about this. I don't like that Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey chose to sit out and not play in the bowl game for both of their teams. But I understand it. I completely get it. You're not trying to risk millions and millions of dollars if you happen to get injured like Jalen Smith did playing for Notre Dame. I get that. I don't have to like it, but I totally understand it.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like it because it's the ultimate team game. And I would like them to do what Dalvin Cook did, which was, I'm there for you guys. You were there for me this whole time. Just because my pro prospect, my stock is very high right now, I'm not going to skip this game. It's still very important to me. It's important to us. I'm going to be there. You got my back. I got your back. I just take my hat off to Dalvin Cook more for doing what he did. I gain a lot more respect for him, but at the same time, I'm not trying to say that I lose respect for McCaffrey and Fournette. You understand what I'm saying? Just because I'm saying I gain respect for Cook doesn't mean I lose it for the others.
No, I get it. And you're right. People do want to pit one against the other as if you can't, understand both sides. I think Dalvin Cook, like you said, he was an absolute beast and a terror last night. And he was great. And he's been a great player his whole career, the last 3 years. But I cannot get mad with McCaffrey and Fournette. Because, let's face it, these games are exhibitions. All the games except for what happens today are exhibition games. Last night was a great game. It was a meaningful game. It was the two of the top, 10 teams in the country. Okay? It was a meaningful game. The Rose Bowl, meaningful game. Oh, I get that. But it's not even as important as playing Washington State in the Pac-10 in November.
Wow. You got a big bowl, like a New Year's Six bowl game, an Orange Bowl, a Sugar Bowl, a non-semifinal bowl game.
What does it mean?
On the same level?
What does it mean?
You win one of the bigger bowl games that the sport has.